Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and welcome to the Gems of War stream. Of course, the main thing that came out today, and the main thing we'll be going over this weekend, is the Warrens. Of course, the new faction, the 6th faction that ended up coming into the game. So we got this thing, it ends up bringing in a nice, interesting green-yellow banner. We're of course going to be restricted to those colors for this. The weapon is kind of okay, I forget what the perks are. If they're somewhat decent, then it could be a good alternative weapon, but definitely a lot of status effects, that's for sure. But Divinia is probably still going to be more effective more often than not. I'm actually surprised they released it with a 13 mana cost, but it might be because it has other perks on the weapon that makes it a little bit more desirable. But anyways, let's start doing some things with it. Actually, before we do, we have some orbs to open, some really shiny orbs. As you guys know, yesterday we did go and complete out the leaderboard. For the event. We ended up, where is it? There it is. We ended up completing out the event yesterday. We ended up making 3rd place. Unfortunately, we didn't make 1st. 2nd place is pretty much the same thing, just 100 more gems. So it wasn't really that big a deal that we didn't make that. But yeah, still made 3rd, 2nd, 3rd, about the same. But yeah, we got this. That brings our total cost for all of these orbs to basically 1,000 gems per major orb. We got 360 gems back, but we spent 2,350. So, yeah, it costs us 1,990 gems for basically these 2 major orbs. I guess technically we also get that 1 orb earlier, and also you could factor in the fact that we got a lot of free EXP towards our hero class. That's ended up saving us several hours of having to do Rune Priest. We can factor that in too. But for the most part, they're basically 1,000 gems per major orb here. And if we don't get a single major blue, we just completely wasted all of our resources. So we'll see how that goes. Even if we get double purple, it still net loses us, I think like 900 gems. Or not 900, math. 600 something gems. But anyways, there was one other thing I wanted to go check real quick. Where's daily reward? No, not that. Well, let's claim the 1 by 1 because there's a smaller orb here too. I want to do that first. We have this laying around here. There it is. This will be a good sign of how good or bad the other ones will be. Let's see. Ooh, that's not a good sign. That's an orange. It better have gotten all the greens and oranges out the way, because we do not want that for the final thing. But let's go give it a roll and see what happens. Moment of truth. I don't think we've ever gotten 2 major orbs simultaneously. Let's just screenshot that, because this is the highest we bothered ever going for a leaderboard. Well, not a major orb. It's still orbs. But let's see what happens. Continue. There we go. 2 majors. Please be double blue. That'd be insane. At least 1 blue, though. Oh, we did it. Okay, that's still not the greatest, but we got 1 major blue. And I did say if we got at least 1, it'd probably be worth it. Technically, it still isn't. I'd probably do say a major blue's about 1,000 or so gems, or 1,500 if you're like being really generous with it. But even then, we're still technically at a net loss, but we need them eventually for Zugoff, so made progress. That's actually our first one in like 3 months now. Actually, let's screenshot that too, why not? I'm not sure if I'll ever need to use the screenshot, but you never know. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, could have gone a little bit better, but could have gone way worse if there wasn't a blue there. So I'll take it. That should be fine. Anyways, that's that. That brings us up to 7 majors then. And yeah, let's go do the quest line here. Go and unlock this place. Go spend all of our shards on it. Go do all of the faction stuff, Horde, all that. But yeah, let's go over this. While we were exploring the underworld, Teska suddenly appeared. Hi there. Did you know we're close to my homeland? That's right. My people, Lalapina, come from down here. Really? We did not know that. Yep. The lore is thickening. I've been away a long time, though. Let's see if we're welcome. Okay, probably not. Good chance you're not. Oh, travelers, follow me. How's he? I guess they fight us. They welcome us by fighting us. Oh, wait, actually, I should be using an explorer team right now. Also, what on earth is that? A little square in the top left corner. That's a bit of a weird format for this. But yeah, let me go switch my team to explore. It actually goes way quicker than what we're using right now. Not that this team is slow, it's just these teams have such low stats that explorer team runs quicker against them. There we go. Okay. On to the next one. But before we do, let's go and change our team. You look lost. Let me help you. Let's see. Where's our explorer team? This should be the right one, right? Yeah, good enough. Let's roll with that. Also, hello everyone. Didn't even say hellos yet. Hello, Ellen. Hello, Danny. Hello, Neil. Hello, Elite. Hello, Starlight. Hello, Decrio. Hello, Chris. Hello, Michael. And hello, everyone else. Welcome. There we go. Much quicker. And now we can just take out all the battles like that. Made it to the stream. What did you miss? We got a major blue orb earlier from our 2 orbs that we got from yesterday. That's what you missed. Other than that, we've done literally nothing other than start this quest line, which isn't really too interesting. I still like reading them, though, for a little bit of lore. There's not much lore in this game, so any little bit that we can get is nice. So, it looks like I'm not welcome, so it seems. Of course. That's disappointing, but not terribly surprising. Why is that? We're not supposed to return here. Oh? You got banished. You got exiled. In case we lead things back. My people are not great warriors, I see. Well, now that we're here, I wonder if I can find any friends. Very well. Let's look around. Try not to be seen, though, okay? If anyone spots you, act like a rabbit. Okay, I guess. Actually, we're technically set to a Lapina right now, so we should blend right in. Completely. Oh, there's that little unicorn thingy, or bunnycorn, whatever it's called. It's pretty funny. I don't think it's going to be that good, though. The main one that is particularly noteworthy is the legends, for the most part, which we probably won't see all the way till the end there. But anyways. Some of them are a bit annoying, but I don't know how good they're going to be with how situational they are. Oh, what was the other orb? We ended up getting a blue and an orange. Not the greatest of reward, but we got a blue, so it was worth it in the end. Not sure if it was worth all the time, but it was definitely fun. Or I should say, it probably wasn't worth the gems more so than the time, because it did cost us about 1,000 gems per orb, which meant literally the only orb we could have profited from would have been a major blue. Everything else would have been a loss, which is hard to expect since it's very unlikely to get a double blue. Like, super, super unlucky. Unlikely, I mean. But at least we got one. Well, we didn't find any friends, I noticed. Well, we found a little bunny. But we did find some adorable... Hey, she even said that. That's great. Adorable? Yes. Look at their eeky-peeky little earsies. They bit me. Oh, that. Well, yeah. Okay. Let's move on then. Maybe we should look for High Priestess Luna. Who's she? Isn't she the good legend from this place? Luna rules my people. She'll help us out. Okay. Or try to kill us. Hard to say. I see. We Lapina can be a bit fickle like that, I've noticed. Hey, what does she do again? Let's see. Deal damage to an enemy. Grant all allies a random stats effect. Oh, yeah. Every single thing in this kingdoms is so affiliated with stats effects. And the final one does a bunch of random ones, which could potentially be decent. Just because there aren't too many good things for placing a lot of positive stats effects on yourself. Really, the only thing that can currently do that effectively, well, at least until this faction came around, was... what's her name? Divinia. But other than that, there wasn't really many options. You may not see Luna. Well, we're seeing her regardless. Hello, Technai. Welcome. Oh, we didn't cascade any mana. And he moved us. Pretty much all he does, though, for the most part. Other than a little bit of explosion. Still an annoying move, though. Okay, well, we found the temple. That's good. But we've beaten up the guards. That's bad. But now we can see High Priestess Luna. Good. But pretty sure she'll want to kill us now. Bad then. Sounds good. We entered the Lapina Temple. As expected, we were not welcome. High Priestess Luna, we come in peace. We do. No, not really. These are my friends. They won't harm us. We promise. And she's not buying it, is she? Nope. And then we take this out. And that'll be that. And this is probably the final battle of the actual faction itself, too. Also, the faction layout is so annoying. Haven't showed it yet. It's really bad. But yeah, she explodes a random gem when matching yellow gems. So that could potentially be a lot of free explosions. I still feel like what's his name would be a little bit better in that regard. The, what's his name? I completely forgot it now. The green, purple, blue mythic that explodes 2 gems every single time you extra turn. That's still going to be better mana accumulation, but it's still pretty high up there. That could potentially even be better than Titan if you're using a really heavy yellow spam team. But, yeah, it's a lot of free explosions. But as far as her ability, yeah, it's still the same thing. It deals damage to all enemies, which is decent. Either inflicts 1 to 2 stats effects on all enemies, or grants 1 to 2 stats effects to all allies. So basically, it's a stats effect related AoE. Her damage is about mid-range, or a little bit towards the lower side. I actually forget which. But as far as a Kingdom Legends is concerned, she's actually the best Kingdom Legend that they've added so far. Mainly because it has scroll mitigation, well, at least dodging them. It has a decent amount of mana accumulation, and it has a pretty well-rounded ability. The biggest issue with this ability is mainly no board control, but and it's also a little bit luck-based. But I don't know, with all the new stats effects and everything, I guess that could potentially be decent. But as far as Trickster, it's probably never going to be used much. It just replaces the first and last enemy. You'd be better off just using Skeleton Key in any of those kind of situations. It can do it pretty quick, which might start getting annoying in the future. But other than that, it's not really anything too relevant. Though, actually, we will have to build our teams accordingly with that. Now that I think about it, that's actually going to be super annoying in Delves, isn't it? That the fact that he switches first and last. Simply because our entire team will get disoriented by that. So we have to make sure whatever team we do, the first and last slot can both be first slot capable. So we have to be wary of that. This thing is just going to be a really small poke that just happens to do a bunch of stats effects. Compared to early game stuff, I guess that's not too bad, because you can get the epics from these things pretty easily. And the Bunnycorns is a pretty useless low rarity troop. But anyways, that's that. Let's go and kill it out and go do a bunch of faction stuff. Yeah, Possessed King, thank you. That was his name. I have no clue why I had brain fade for a moment early in the morning. But yeah, that's the name I was looking for. Thank you. I remember like every detail except for one specific thing. Well, that was a disappointing homecoming. It was. Still, we Filipino always appear where we're needed most. Even here? Everywhere. We are the instruments of the gods, keeping the balance, I see. I can only surmise that balance has been restored. If you say so. And there we go. Okay, so that's that. Let's go and do a bunch of things. So we now have all these things unlocked. First things first is actually not treasure. We'll do that in a bit. First things first is let's buy the packs, then open all those and go from there. Also, I haven't showed the weapon yet, I don't believe, so let me go do that. Or nor the layout. But weapon first. Let's go and take all these things, buy all the tiers we need, get all the shiny goods, get that. All the way to the weapon we go. This will also be enough battles to win out the event. And I believe it's 410 gems it comes out to. And there we go. So, this weapon. It deals scatter damage, a really small amount. It's basically just for removing barrier for the most part. But the main thing on it is it ends up granting 1 to 2 stats effects to all allies. And this, combined with everything that hero has, combined with its perks, could potentially be okay. It's not like the greatest of weapons out there. But as I mentioned in the past, there isn't really too many good things that can actually consistently get positive stats effects onto your team, other than maybe Divinia. So this is going to be one of the more viable methods to do it. And there are less positive stats effects than negative. So there is a good chance that you would get some of the more better ones onto allies, like Enchant, like Barrier, stuff like that. So this weapon could potentially be okay. I need to go check what its perks are real quick. And then go upgrade to Horde and go get all the shards and everything. But anyways, weapons. Troop menu, weapon. And let me just type in 1 to 2. That should bring it up. There we go. Okay, what does this thing have perk-wise? A little bit more scatter damage, destroy 3 greens, gain enchant, that's actually really good, and tangle the first enemy. Do we want it to destroy 3 greens? I almost feel like the answer to that is no. So for now, we're actually just going to leave it at that, and tangle first enemy and enchant itself, plus the extra stats that it gets. So that will automatically make sure we get our mana back. I don't know. You know what? It might actually be okay for it to destroy 3 green. That's basically 5 mana back to it immediately. Plus it gets to do 5 additional damage, I guess. I don't know, is that worth it? We'll have to see later. Regardless, it's the weapon we're probably not going to be using too much. More often than not, I'd probably just use the legend, since we'll just be using our hero for something more effective than that. But anyways, let's go grab all these shards and then go upgrade the Horde. We'll do it 200 at a time. Hopefully we'll get the legend pretty quickly. Oh, that didn't take long. That didn't take long at all. We already got the legend. Already got a copy of everything now. Just need to get more of them, of course. Well, so far only 1 copy of her. Would be nice to get 2. Since her mana accumulation does stack, having 2 of them in your team will indeed give you twice the effect. 2 explosions instead of 1. I'm not sure if any team would bother running it, but there we go. And now to get her to Mythic. We're going to want to have her if we're going to bother using her. It's probably like 2 or 3 additional damage on her AoE. Not to mention more durability to not die off of. Wow, that was some really bad pulls right there. Wow. And of course, we'll have a bunch more shards later in this stream as we progress through the delves. Pretty average drops. Haven't got a single mythic treasure yet either. Oh, another legend. I think that was our third or 4th. Yep, 0 mythic treasures. Or sacred treasure, whatever they're called. Same difference. And there we go. And I guess we'll do these 1 at a time. Why not? All the way down to 0. Actually, not even going to go down to 0. Going to go down to 5. There we go. Okay, so let's go upgrade our treasure hoard now. And we'll do it mainly with, I guess, these 2 rarities and maybe some crowns. Do kind of want to try saving crowns, though. But let's start with the lowest one. By lowest one, I mean gold rings, because doing coin purses are, I don't know, unless you're like really early game, I wouldn't really advise it. It starts to come out to be a lot of resources from the cost of it. Well, let's go get this thing upgraded. Don't even need to worry about the percents. Mainly just need to make sure we try to minimize our costs as much as possible gold-wise. Oh, I didn't keep track of the exact amount of gold. I can go check the stream and see what value we were at before we started putting anything in. Let me see. I want to see how much gold it takes us to max this out. So I have it paused at where we started. So I just need to take the number from there and minus it from whatever we currently have once we finish. And then we'll know how much gold we spent. Yeah, we'll know that in a moment. I think I'm only going to be doing green, orange, and maybe a little bit of purple. Just to make it go all the way over. And then finish it out with blues or something. Oh, why did I say orange? I meant green, blue, and purple. Well, rare, ultra rare, and epic, I mean. What's my strategy for upgrading a horde? Use the smaller stuff first. Then use the bigger stuff. Use the smaller stuff while it's cheaper. Because you don't end up increasing the level as much. Every single time you increase the level, it keeps costing more and more. So like right here, it's going to cost 44,000. Now it's going to cost like, or not 44,000, 4,400. Now it's going to cost like 4,600 or something. Or yeah, I was right the first time. 44,000, but now it's 47,000. That's going to be like 49,000, so on and so forth. But yeah, I tend to just well, it depends at what point in the game you're at and what your goals are. But generally, I try to only use green and blue for the newer factions by starting with the green and then working up to blue. And then we've put in some crowns if we need, and then go back to green or blue to finish it out at the end. You'll want to make sure you always do it from lowest to highest if you're going to be putting a bunch of them in, just because you don't make the gap as big. If you do it the other way around, you're going to make all the smaller resources cost you a lot more. Whereas doing it this way will make it ever so slightly less. It's still going to cost more doing it like this. Obviously, optimally, if we wanted to make this as cheaply as possible, we would only be using the last 3 treasures. But I want to save those for when we do post 100. So I just use the smaller stuff for this. Those coin purses are essentially completely useless. Unless you're a super early game and you just want to try putting some in to get a little bit higher level, I wouldn't really ever advise using them just because of how bad value they are. To a degree, even gold rings are pretty bad value, but at least they're technically 2.5 times better value than coin purses. Because regardless of what kind of treasure you put in, it's going to be the exact same cost. Like, for example, if we put in 5 sacred treasures, which we're not going to do right now, but if we were to go do that, it costs us 65,000. But if we were to put in 5 gold rings, 65,000. If we were to put in 5 coin purses, 65,000. If we were to put in a mixture of all those, 65,000. It's basically just based on how many treasures you put in. So these smaller treasures tend to sink a lot of gold, and you have to be careful with that. Really, the only thing I do with coin purses is basically ascend the coin purse to mythic. I still haven't gotten it to mythic yet. That's like the only thing I really do with them. They're not really ever worth using in late game to actually upgrade hordes. Even on newer ones, it's not worth it. The furthest you could do is maybe go up to level 10 with them if you really wanted to. Anything beyond that, I wouldn't really advise it. Come on, we still haven't gotten that quality level 10. We'll easily get it by 100. I don't even know if it's possible to get level 100 without getting quality 10. I guess theoretically it's possible, but it would be super, super unlikely. There we go. Quality 10 at 71. And now we need to get it to level 100. Anything beyond 100 stops giving you faction renown. Also, we should be getting an extra HP today. We are pretty close to getting it. So I don't know exactly when we should switch over to the other resource. Probably right about now. Would actually be not too bad. I don't want to waste too much gold here if we don't need to. How many levels did that just increase it by? Does it not tell you? I didn't even realize that. It doesn't even tell you how many levels it increased by. It just shows that it went up. Yeah, it increases it by 4 there. Yeah, we'll go through probably some amount of crowns. Don't want to do too many though because I want to keep them for higher leveling, especially the last 2. I'll throw a few down because I don't think crowns alone is. I mean, I don't think chalices alone are gonna max it. Does Pan's Veil get higher stars now as well? It should. I actually forgot to double check how many more stars it goes up by. It should go up by at least 1. I don't think it reached 10 star yet though. Oh, you know what? We might not even need crowns. Nice. Might be able to do it off of just chalices alone. Yeah, it looks like we'll be able to do it off of chalices alone. Which means I should have done a little bit less gold keys, but oh well. It's fine. I mean, not gold keys, gold rings, I mean. Yeah, we'll see how much damage this did to our gold after. Okay. Well, we can get it to exact now. Actually, yeah, we'll do it like that. Why not? Actually, no. We'll do it with gold ring twice, right? Yeah, we can do that twice, and then get it to exact this way. Save some chalices for later. Here we go, and that's exact. And let's do that for now. Okay, what's the damage? We started with a total of 22 million... calculator time. That would help. There's no way I'm doing that in my head. We started with 22,597,434 gold. And now we subtract whatever we currently have, and that's how much we spent. 20,532,434, which means we spent a total of just over 2 million gold. Gosh. But yeah, 2 million gold, or 2,065,000 gold is how much we ended up spending. So just a little bit over 2 million, 65,000 over. Yeah, that's a little bit of damage. Could have done it a little bit cheaper if we did crowns and chalices a little bit more, and obviously if we did the other 2, but trying to save them when we can for post 100, for when we start actually going for more factions. Obviously the only one we've gone for so far has been, no, we did not want to buy that. Don't ever buy it. It's waste. But yeah, we only did it for Crypt so far. I'm not even sure where I want to target my next faction completion. Definitely not the Warrens. I can say that right now. We're definitely not completing out Warrens at 500, or you know, pure faction. But I don't know. I think All Seeing Eyes the next order of business as far as level 500 factions. I'm not sure yet though, but we'll see in time. Anyways, let's go and claim all the shards that we just got. We have like 1 billion of them right here and 1,000 different rewards. So let's go get all those. I don't know why they don't all collapse into the same reward. So for that, we get 100 shards, 8 legendary ingots, and some amount of mythic ingots. I think it was only 1. There we go. We're also only 430 renown away from 1 extra HP. And we'll also get to see what stat we get after that. And then we'll have a total +2 HP, +1 armor from delves. But yeah, we got one of the 4 maxed. Now to go do the other 3. Or the other 2, I should say, because obviously we're not doing pure faction. We are doing pure faction to some amount, probably to 150 or so. But I'm not doing it much further than that. But anyways, let's go and do this already. Let's go and... let me actually throw 1 delve right now. Because I believe we still get 2 times for it, don't we? Yeah, we still get 2 times for it. So let me throw down 1 right now so we can get a super easy free loot later. And then we'll use the other 2 to go do pure faction. That'll give us 2 attempts. That should be fine. Anyways, that's that. Let's go and level up the new stuff from Pan's Veil, and then we can finally go do these delves. So where's Pan's Veil? Pan's Veil. So, do you get a star level from what just happens? Yes, you do. Oh, cool. Okay, so yeah, we can get another stat as well. That is an extra HP. Oh, cool. We get 2 extra HP today. 1 right now. All we need to do is upgrade one of Pan's Veil's troops to level 20. Never mind. That's probably not happening. Let's see. I don't think any of them can be level 20'd yet. Warrens. Where are you? Really? It's under T because it has the in front of it. Okay, none of them can be maxed yet, though the Lapina Knight is really close. Hopefully we get a few more of those in the near future, because we only need 3 more copies until that's maxed. Okay, let's go do the leveling of everything. That up. Get it fully traded. Get everything maxed. Oh, nice. Another double mitigation. Scroll dodge into armored. Cool. Not as good as the other one, but still a nice double. Okay, that one's actually not too bad. We need another... Oh, no, that's still a lot of copies. We need 23 more copies, was that? Get that leveled. Yeah, it should be able to max out at 12. Generally, anytime you can get it to 10, you can get it to 12. Disenchant on Niver. Also, nice little shiny 7 blue orbs now. We don't have to constantly keep seeing a 6 there anymore, now that we got one earlier this morning. Why do I keep clicking that? All I have to do is just click the maximum level button. I don't know why I always like to click that before I do, just to make sure it goes up. Doesn't do a single thing yet. I always do it. What major orbs did we get? We got a major blue and a major orange. This is what we ended up getting from it earlier. Also, wow, we got a really low amount of the rare. Like an absurdly low amount. Luckily, he's pretty useless, but still. He's really annoying. I say he's useless. He's probably going to be the most annoying thing in the entirety of this faction. He's useless in that he's not really going to be used outside of this game mode. Or not even in this game mode, you know. It's just going to be annoying in these delves. You would never really actually use them for the most part. Unless you really had some kind of reason to get rid of their first slot from first. But yeah, Luna is definitely the most interesting thing out of this faction. Coming out of it. But yeah, we might even use her for the faction. Might as well, just to mess around. She gets a lot of explosions and everything. But anyways, let's go and try getting 3 more copies of her. We need that to go get extra HP, and that would help us out a lot. So, yeah, actually, oddly enough, we're probably going to get 2 HP simultaneously. This is going to be a bit weird. We'll get Pan's Veil HP, and then we'll get the Total Renown HP pretty much at the same time, which means 2 extra HP for everything that we ever do. That's going to be pretty cool. Anyways, let's go and start doing this faction. So this layout for this faction is probably the most annoying layout we've had so far. Not only do you at minimum have to do 5 battles to complete out the faction, which is more than half the faction, you also have to go through these really weird winding paths where the optimal score is going to be very annoying to calculate. The easiest way to go about calculating it out would be to check these 2 rooms and then go on from there. But even then, you almost have to check over 3. You pretty much have to check every room to know where you need to go. You have to calculate out these 3 first and then kind of determine which one is higher. So right here we have a 1.15, a 1.3, and a 1.2, whereas this way we have a 1.2, a 1.25, meaning it's currently better. But then it has a 1.2. Oh, wait, is that always a treasure room? At least that's a treasure room, if nothing else. which means you have to take the treasure room every time to get to the thing. I don't know if this is actually a treasure room or not, or what's going on there. But currently it looks like the path to go would be to take the top one into the middle, then we cut over to here, then we move over to there, and it just moves all over the place. I don't think we've ever had a more annoying faction. I think All Seeing Eye has a less annoying layout than this thing. But yeah, it's going to be kind of awful, actually. Everything about this faction's layout is going to be super, super annoying. But nonetheless, let's go get a team into it. I'm actually not even fully certain what I want to use yet. Let's just see what we have for options and kind of just peek. So we have Apothecary, which means we can use Apothecary into hero stuff. We also have Cockatrice available, so we can actually build a kind of generic, really cheap team. If anyone needs something really decent for early game, you can actually build the core early game, kill everything with higher stat team, which is this. And you can probably put one other alternative on the team if you want to. But it's Cockatrice, Bullet, Apothecary, and Dragonian Monk. It's a really weird combo, but if you have it, it's all low rarity stuff. And it has basically every component you ever need for being able to do decent, or basically to kill anything from early game that has higher stats. The only thing to be wary of is your damage source is a Devourer, so if they have a mean to Devour, you can't do this. But Cockatrice has Entangle and Mana Drain. Also ends up accumulating a bunch of brown, which is helpful given that everything has it, and also has a +1 into itself, and is super easy to trade up to that point. Bullet has Stone Skin if that ends up becoming applicable, and it also has a 50% Devour, assuming there's enough brown on the board, with Apothecary and Cockatrice, that should pretty much always be the case. Apothecary has Cleanse, Board Control, and it gives you all the brown you need for everything else. And Dragonian Monk constantly gives you Barrier and Board Control, mainly Barrier so that you don't instantly die to stuff. That's obviously not what we're using, but that's about the cheapest team you could probably get away with. Just be wary of Bullet. You might want to replace out Bullet for something else that's instant kill related, but something good to consider. You could also run various Gluttony teams. Any Gluttony team, if you can also run Devour, would end up working out pretty well. But we're probably going to go something Weaver based, most likely, because it ends up getting webs, so we don't have to deal with their magic. And for the earlier delves in particular, we can just one-shot true damage everything. But yeah, we'll probably just see what we can build out of that. Boar Rider's not too bad to build around if you can get it. Captain Skullbeard could be an okay mana accumulator. Oh, Cedric. Oh. Ooh. Hold up. Wait. We can run Key Team, can't we? Wait. We can actually run all of Key Team. What am I doing? Well, we know what team we're using. Also, how did I just spell thief incorrectly? I forgot. We could literally just run all of Key. Well, let's use this initially. We might end up revamping to something else. But, might as well use the classics. I'm actually surprised how many factions these days can use it. It's really funny because, initially, every single kingdom was able to use the meta before, which was Megavore plus Weaver. But then they made all of the factions incapable, like all the newer ones that were coming, because they saw how many people were running that in similar teams. So they ended up making every single faction upcoming that wouldn't have been able to work with that. But oddly enough, they made almost all of them able to work with Cedric now, or, you know, this team. It's kind of funny. But, yeah, I completely forgot we could run this. But let's see what other teams we might be able to do. Oh, yeah, you could do Leprechaun-based stuff, too. You can get a convert right into blue. Oh, do not use Princess Elspeth. I believe her cast actually counts as a death, if I'm not mistaken. So don't ever use her. But, yeah, you can either build your team around Gluttony if you need a cheap team. You can build your team around Cockatrice Bullet plus Dragonian Monk Apothecary. If you need a cheap team, you can build your team around Leprechaun if you need mid-range. You can obviously build your team around this, which is probably one of the more viable ways to go. And what other options do we have? Wait, why is it only bringing up these? Where's the full list? Oh, because I have Greed. Whoops. Let's see. I wouldn't really advise Amnesia. You can build around Weaver. Let's see, what other ones? Actually, you can do Astral Spirit Weaver. Though then again, Astral Spirit hits up front. Might not work out. Baba Yaga could be okay for Silence. It does have a resummon too. Boar Rider is good for board control. Bullet's good for Devour. Captain Skullbeard could be good mana accumulation. Cedric's for gold team, of course. I don't think you need to bother with Champion of Anu unless you're building a really heavy blue team. Cockatrice is probably going to be one of the most useful things. Apothecary plus Cockatrice is really, really consistent at not losing. even if you have lower stats. Dark Maiden's a nice troop. I don't think it feels like it will work, given that you're going to have a lot of yellow stuff on your team. So I would probably advise against it. Dire Wolf, if you need something really cheap, is okay. It's actually one of the better combos. It has Entangle into Hunter's Mark into automatic extra turn. Or not automatic, but decent chance for it. And it has Dodge, and it gains even more damage on top of that. It's a pretty good skull-related troop. We have Divinia. Oh, we can actually run Standard Divine. Well, not Standard Divine, but you can run Hero, Diviner, Divinia, Divine, Shpala. I don't know if you'd really want to do that, but you could. You have all three of the components here, and then you can just run Hero. The biggest issue is I don't know if we have any of the bigger Divines. Well, actually, yes, we would, because we have Yellow, so you can use any Yellow Divine. So I guess you could build around that, too. You could build around a Divine team as another option. Famine could be useful for draining stuff. Forest Guardian, no, actually, you probably shouldn't go a Beast team. Though I guess technically you could, similar to how you could go a Divine team. Oh, we could use Grimlet, too. You could use Grimlet into Dragon's Eye, into some other two troops. That's probably going to be pretty consistent. We got a Gluttony here. That's what I was mentioning earlier. You can do Devour off of that. We could go Glitter Claw and do one other green in front of it and get Fairy Fire and everything. Goblin King did get buffed, so you could use him as a last slot for summoning and stuff. Goblin Rocket in general is pretty nice. You could build really good early game teams out of it too. Even just spamming a bunch of Goblin Rockets isn't awful. We have Gorgolfo, so we have a frontline tank if we need it. Do we have Green Seer Giant Spider? Yeah, we do. You can do Green Seer Giant Spider Loop if you want, which gives you infinite green and purple mana. Oh, we could go use the new Mythic, or at least the most recent Mythic if we wanted to. That would be the end game version of building a Devour team if we were going to go do that. I wouldn't really bother with her. Humility is kind of questionable, but I guess you could build it. You could build a partial giant team, but you can't build the whole thing, so it's probably not worth it. Obviously, Infernus is always good. That's without question. He doesn't really scale well until later delves, though. Oh, you can actually run... Oh, never mind. That's not a combo. But you can run Ketris. Christinix isn't horrible. Kraken isn't horrible. Actually, that'd be a good mid-range Devour option. Marilith could actually synergize really well with Weaver if you want to go down that route. Mercy is good for the initial mana. What other things do we have? Monkey Disciple if you need early game HP gain. Basically early game Divinia in a way. Is that everything? That's almost everything. Plague I wouldn't really bother with. Queen Aurora is nice if you don't have Weaver just for some extra mana. Grapple Pot's nice, but it doesn't really scale well into delves. Rowan I wouldn't really advise for delves. I don't think there's any really good armor combinations that you could do. You can actually do Uriali plus Scorpius if you want to go down that route. It is everything to do that is capable or is available. Sir Gwain's a good summoner, but probably a little bit overkill for this game mode. Let's see. Oh, we could use the Valkyrie, the other Valkyrie, Storm Singer. Actually, we could probably use Valkyrie too, can't we? Yeah, because we have yellow, so we can use Valkyrie as well. What other things do we have? Great Maul, it's... I don't know, I'd probably use that newer Mythic before I'd bother with Great Maul and Delves. But you could use that. What other things are there? That's about everything then. And then there's Valkyrie, and that's probably it. Where is Valkyrie? Valkyrie, where are you? Alphabetical order, how do you work? Wait, how do you work? Where's V's? There she is. I don't know how I passed her. What other things are there? I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, and you can do Yagway. You can't do Yagway Queen Titania, though. But you can build various Yagway teams. You can use Yagway Divinia instead of Yagway Queen Titania. It's still good. Also, you could use Glitter Claw if you needed something that's like Queen Titania. If you wanted to still synergize Fairy Fire with them. But anyways, obviously, our main order of business is we're going to be using Key. Because we can. What do we need here? Take a red. +2 red, +1 purple, -1... I mean, +2 red, +1 brown, -1 purple. And that's going to be our team then. That we're going to be using. Cedric, Key, Egg Thief, Greed. And we'll roll with this. Let me double check if I need to do anything. And go take this weird winding path. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's one really nice thing too. They fixed... Oh, you know what? That's another reason to use Greed Team. If that's actually your treasure room there, they fixed how that one perk works in Delves. It's something I haven't really mentioned up to this point because it hasn't really been relevant up to this point other than if you were grinding... Oh no, it wasn't even relevant for Sea of Sorrows because I don't think you can use Key Team in there. at least not to its full degree. But yeah, this is the first, assuming that's a treasure room right in the middle, this is the first faction that has that gold room there that can actually use a key team. This is somewhat relevant because they finally fixed a glitch that was with it since it was released. That there's a battle where you fight a bunch of Cedrics. We actually have it in this delve, so we'll be able to show it. That gives 100% extra gold per troop, which is an absurd amount of damage, as you're about to see very, very soon. But yeah, it's going to be very effective with any gold farming team, like Leprechaun or Ski or Bronzoc Pistol or anything. But yeah, it's going to be really interesting with Key, because the amount of damage we'll be able to do is just going to be absurd. And with how the layout of this faction is, we actually can rush towards that location most of the time. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. We're heading there right now. 2 more battles. Let's do this battle and then go take the 2. And then we'll get an absurd amount of damage, like more than you'd ever see possible prior to this point. It won't really be that relevant since we're only in the level 1 delve, but we could theoretically hit around 300 damage with a key. I'd say, how much damage would we hit? We'd have 500 gold. No, 600 gold, meaning that would be 300 additional damage, which means we could hit 333. That is a lot of damage. Yeah, we could hit 333 damage once we get that. We need to get max gold, but that's still insane. It doesn't take that long to get max gold at all. But yeah, this battle. All allied troops gain money bags at the start of all future battles. So that's 400% gold start. And that is just an insane amount of gold. You should always be rushing this battle, even if you don't have a key on your team or anything that goes off of gold. Assuming they fixed it properly, that should make our starting gold go from 200 to 600. Or if you didn't have a Cedric, it would go from 100 to 500. Well, we'll see exactly, because I haven't actually gotten to test that since they fixed it. This is the first time we've gotten to see it. We'll see what happens. Okay, do a key. And now all future battles should start with 600 gold now. Or 500 if you don't have Cedric on your team. Okay, what do we do next? I guess we go to this tier 5. And see if it actually works. So now we have a positive stats effect right there. Gain 100% gold at the start of battle. And we have another one. And we have another one. Oh, where'd it go? Okay, apparently it doesn't show it when we have Titan. It shows all the way at the end there. And we have another one. And we have another one. So we should start with 600 gold. And if that is the case, we can hit 333 damage with max key. Wow. And one single greed's going to put us to like 400 something gold. Wow. Oh, that's great. I could get used to that. That is a 333 damage key. That's going to almost one-shot all of delves. Wait, how high does delve stats normally get? Isn't that enough to almost one-shot all of delves? That gets pretty close. That gets very, very close. Of course, it's not going to be there every single delve, unfortunately. That would be so insane if it is. I really hope it is. No, I think it's just a normal treasure room. It might not even be a treasure room. Yeah, 333 damage is how much we do. Also, that's just a lot of gold in general. And we get this for every single battle for the rest of this delve. Obviously, it doesn't keep going to every delve we do. But for this specific delve, every room that we'll do, we'll have that. With a 333 damage key to 2 enemies. So 666 damage total. I didn't even pay attention. We had a Valraven there. Okay, what do we have here? 1.2, a 1.15. Oh, that's actually a treasure room too. Oh, that's not too bad. This place might have a bad layout, but it might actually have 1.5 treasure rooms or even 2 treasure rooms. Hopefully we always get a Cedric then. Anyways, let's go do this. Ideally, treasure rooms of the same multiplier you want to save for last. The only exception to this is the one we just did, the Cedric one, where we ended up gaining the extra gold. Simply because you gain a lot of extra gold, even if you're not running a gold team. And if you are running a gold team, you gain an absurd amount of damage. As you can see, we're still doing way over 500. Now we're doing 333. I meant 500 total. You know what I meant. Now we're doing 666 total plus 5. Yeah, there we go. And we're gaining a really nice amount of gold. We're almost gaining more base gold than we... Oh, we actually are gaining way more base gold than we are delve gold. So all the extra gold. We're gaining 600. And then that gets multiplied by all of our multipliers. Actually, that's exactly what that is, isn't it? That alone is just the 600 gold we got. That's a lot of gold. After all of our multipliers and whatever the base gold is. Anyways, we'll want to take this room first, even though they're both 1.15. This is a treasure room that gives a bunch of gold. So we want to go for this one first, just to make sure we get more gold off the other one. It's not that big a deal, because it doesn't actually affect points, but of course it affects your gold. And doing it in this particular order will end up netting you about, at least several hundred extra gold, if nothing else. It's not that big a deal, though, but hey, every little bit counts. A few hundred extra gold. Yeah, this is a really good delve to just camp at level 20. Will we be doing that, though? I feel so tempted to. I don't know. Do we? I want to. I also don't want to. The biggest issue with not doing it is we're stuck at our current amount of HP. I don't know. Do we move forward? It is so tempting to not move forward in the current state of the game, because I don't know when they're going to rebalance delves to not be awful. I don't know. What's the verdict, everyone? Should we stay at level 20 Warrens? We almost should. If it's actually a double treasure room like that, we almost should. I don't know. I feel like I should move forward. But, we don't get that HP. But we get a lot of... I don't know. I think we're just going to play it normally. I kind of almost don't want to, though. Because I don't know when they're finally going to fix it so that having all these extra battles are actually worth it. Yeah, I guess we'll just go move forward like normal. If nothing else, we get the value out of 1 extra HP for the next several months. So, if we didn't end up doing that, we'd have to wait all the way till next faction until we got it. And we've already gone this far with pure faction, we might as well keep going. But yeah, I guess we won't camp it. The reason you would camp level 20 is because you'd be able to, into the future, always do level 20 delves. If you do any further than level 20, you won't be able to keep doing level 20 delves. So that's the reason why. Because right now, if we go into this room, we can constantly keep doing level 20 infinitely. Which would allow us to gain a lot of loot. Which is why it's so tempting to actually go for it. Because every single 3 daily delves that we get, we'd be able to just camp right here and just keep accumulating a bunch of treasure and everything like that. But yeah, it's basically like a second crypt, which is why it's so very tempting to keep it at 20. We wouldn't be able to get the event done, though, is the biggest issue. Like, this event would not be able to be completed, and we also wouldn't get that extra HP, which is the other reason why I kind of don't want to do it. But I don't know, I think we're going to move forward. As much as I want to camp level 20, I don't think we will be. I'm just going to hope they rebalance it into the future, so that we stop losing resources every day. Let's see. But at least it saves us time. But also doing pure faction at level 20. Or, you know, anything at level 20 is going to be super quick. Okay, we'll take a yellow over. Well, the reason for specifically staying at 20 is I'm not talking about for the event. Like, I'm pretty much ignoring the event if we stay at level 20. The reason for staying at level 20 is you get to keep the faction at level 20 when you do it into the future. So your 3 daily delves that you always have, you'll be able to do at level 20 for full reward, which ends up giving an absurd amount of resources. How to get Skeleton Key? It's 250 wins on Thief Hero class. Thief Hero class you end up getting from Zijin. Oh no. To continue or not to continue? The second we do it, we can't go back to level 20 ever. So, I'm not sure. Let's see. If we stay at level 20, we lose those 2 orbs. We lose that orb. And we maybe lose that Vault Key. So we lose 1 Vault Key and 3 small orbs if we were to stay at level 20. But we would gain a ridiculous amount of shards and a ridiculous amount of legendary and mythic ingots, and we'd also have a way to actually farm delves every day. Also we would lose 1 HP. Well, not lose, but, you know, we wouldn't get 1 HP. Well, let's see. What's the benefit for actually moving forward, then? Well, we get those 3 orbs. We get the Vault Key. We get 1 extra HP for every battle that we do for the next month. And that's about it as far as rewards. I don't know. I think I'm going to go do Pure Faction. I mean, I think we're going to move forward. I might regret this, but we haven't camped a level 20 yet. I don't think we're going to start. So let's just move forward. I might regret this later, but oh well. Because this is a pretty nice faction to camp at level 20. It's still not too late. Until the end of this battle, it's still not too late to go back, though. Those 3 blue orbs will be missing, I know, right? Yeah, that would be really unlikely, though. Do it to level 90, and you can still do faction event when it comes around. Oh yeah, that would be interesting. I didn't think about that. Oh, you know what? I think we will do that. You know what? Yes, thank you for that. We'll do that. We'll go to level 90. Oh, I see what you guys were saying with that now. That makes a lot of sense. We'll do it to level... It will slow down the daily delves, but we can still do everything off of that. We might need to spend a little bit more gems today, though. But we'd be able to complete out this event. We'd be able to have somewheres to farm. And we'd be able to do the faction event every Tuesday. And we'd probably gain 1 HP. So yeah, we'll do that. That sounds amazing. Especially if we end up getting 1 HP out of that. I don't know if we will, though. I might need to go increase one of the other pure factions a little bit further. But, I don't know. We'll see. Let me actually calculate that out. How far would we be if we got to level 90? Yeah, I guess that's what we're doing. Well, for one, we can't turn back now. We already are at that point. But, claim our reward. Grab all that. But yeah, I guess we'll do it that way. And it would still be easy enough to kill out. Not as easy as the level 20, but still really easy to kill out level 90. There's one thing I wanted to go check. How many more points would we have by that point? I don't think it's enough, unfortunately, for us to gain what we want. Let's see. We'd have math. I don't think it's enough, but let's double check. So what is... If we do it to 90, that's 140 plus 70, right? Yeah, because it goes 70 higher. Plus 90. And that is unfortunately... Wait, is it enough? No! Oh, how close that is. That would bring us to 11,930. That is unfortunately not enough. That's not good. How do we get that other 90 points? When is the next Hall of Guardians? No, we just had Hall of Guardians. That was the only other faction I could try getting like a little bit higher. Let's see, what's the next faction after this? I believe it's Sea of Sorrows. Oh no, we already maxed Sea of Sorrows. Oh no, how are we gonna get that other 90 points? I guess we can move it to level 100 instead of 90? Is that even enough points though? That only gives us another 40. And we'd still be 70 short. Which means we'd have to go to 110 with this delve in order to reach it. Which probably isn't worth it. With how much more difficult that would make each room. Because that would probably be outside of Key's kill range. Actually, probably even 90s outside of Key's kill range. Which means we'd have to wait a whole month just for 1 HP. I'm trying to think of where we can get those points. Like, in a timely manner. Like, we'd easily get off of Hall of Guardians. Like, if we were to go level that and everything. But we just had Hall of Guardians literally just Tuesday, so it's gonna be like another month and a half. We'll have a new faction probably before we have another Hall of Guardians. Yeah, next is, I believe, not Sea of Stars, I meant Crypt. Which means, we can't do anything with that to get it higher, even if we wanted to, because it's already at max. I don't know what to do about that, then. I don't know, we'll determine it as we go. But anyways, let's go open more of these portals. Grab another little piece there. Or we could just move forward. I don't know, we'll see. But anyways, for now, let's keep going with it. Oh yeah, we have to check every single time, almost every room, to figure out what on earth our path is. Okay, so that's definitely a treasure room. Oh! This is indeed a double treasure room delve. Okay, maybe we do keep it low. That's a lot of free loot. That is a lot of free loot. Okay, which path do we even take? I guess we go and rush the extra stats. Again, that's kind of a little bit of a waste. We don't actually need the extra damage. Oops, why am I checking that one? That one we never need to check. So we go there. What even is this delve? I hate this layout so much. But it is pretty good loot. Though I do have to say, out of every delve, this is definitely one of them where you'd have a different path, like, almost every single time. Hello, Kraken. Welcome. Also, hello, everyone who I may have been missing in chat. Sorry about that. Been getting so deeply into the new delve. I gotta throw a hit there. How do you determine the optimal path? It's generally based on multiplier order, and if they're the same multiplier, it's based on loot order. But generally, you do it based on multiplier order. You take the highest multipliers first, and then move to the lower multipliers. And if they're the same multiplier, you take it based on which ones give better loot, which is generally whichever ones give gold, which are generally the treasure rooms. And this kingdom has apparently 2 at 100%. I'm not sure if they're actually at 100%, but so far both times they've given us double treasure room, which is even better than crypt from a loot perspective. Let's see. Yes, 1.15 to, 1.15 to 1.5 is definitely better than the previous thing you mentioned. A 1.5 is almost always worth rushing immediately towards. I don't think there's a single layout where rushing immediately to a 1.5 is not worth it. Even if that was a 1.4, that should still be more loot. Oh yeah, technically outside of an event, you could do it based on lowest gold order, if you really wanted to. Let's see. Yeah, that's our path. We go down there. We then take a left to go get that room. Actually, since this is a treasure room and it's the same amount, we actually go down this way. We don't have to take the middle. We can go all the way back around this way, take this room, go make a right, then head up, because it's the same distance from the tier 5 room. Then we go for the 2 treasure rooms, and then we go for the other useless room. Though technically, if this wasn't a faction event, we could also go and take the 1.15 before the 2 treasure rooms. Even though it's a lower multiplier, it's 4 treasure rooms, so we get a lot more gold out of it. I don't know, it depends what resource you're looking for. And I think points are going to be slightly more important, especially if we're going to be keeping a slightly lower delve range. Like if I'm only going to 90, I don't know for sure if we're going to do, but if we're only going to camp 90, which I think I actually am going to do. I think we're going to camp 90. The only bad side about this is we do not, there's 2 bad sides to it. We're going to have to spend, I think, about 300 to 700 more gems. And the second bad side to it is we are going to have 1 less HP for about a month. We are going to be so short, like ever so short on it. But it's going to be short enough that we're not going to have it, unfortunately. But I don't know. I think it's a good enough trade-off with how many shards and everything we'll be getting. Don't get lost. I know, this faction is going to be a little bit annoying with the layout, but it's at least fun, because you have to determine every time where you want to go. It does waste some time, but at least it's a little bit more interesting than taking literally the same path every time, or almost same path. I kind of wish more delves were like that, because that's kind of one of the whole points of having the whole pathing system. is to actually have to determine which one is better. And with how many delves just have a pretty straightforward layout, you don't really get to do that. It's more annoying, but it's more fun. Or it's more time consuming, but it's more fun, I should say. I don't know, I guess it's somewhat annoying too. Depends how you look at it. Okay, so we could either go do this 1.15 to increase these 2 loots, or we could simply go for the higher multipliers. I think I'm just going to go for higher multiplier for now. We'll take the Cedric one first because it ends up giving us that gigantic amount of gold. Technically, if you're looking for only gold, you should always take the Cedric room immediately if your only care is to gain resources. Just because it gives you an absurd amount of gold now that the thing is no longer glitched. Especially if you have a greed. It like instantly gives you max gold of thousands without doing anything. Pretty absurd. Actually, I probably should have taken it a little bit earlier. I completely forgot about that. They did fix the glitch with it. I keep forgetting that. So now we have like 2,000 gold per battle off of the 600 gold thingy. Like this battle will greed immediately into 500 something. There we go, 600 already. 333 damage. That is a lovely amount of damage, and that's also a lovely amount of gold. I think we got more than... Oh, no, we didn't get more than the room itself. But look at that. Wow. 5,000 gold. That is basically a PvP battle worth of gold. Maybe even better than a PvP battle worth of gold. That's really nice. And that wasn't even with max multiplier. We still had some rooms we didn't do, like this one. Oh wow, that's a really small chest. Oh wait, actually is 4 small? Never mind, that's a 8. Oh, that still could have been better. Because we'll gain a guarantee upgrade here, and then we get the extra 3. Actually, 8's about average. Anything below 8, I would say, is small. Anything above it's nice, a 9 or a 10. Especially a 10, obviously. That's as high as it can go. I keep forgetting to cast greed immediately. Oops. Not that big a deal, though. We're obviously not going to lose this. Not even remotely close. I wonder if Cedric's actually going to be in every one. It's definitely possible for him not to be in one. But so far we've gotten lucky enough that that hasn't been the case. Let's see. Do we have a Cedric? Oh, it's possible that one is in the gold room. No, it's not a guaranteed treasure room. It's like how it is in words. I'll remember it eventually. In Crypt. Where it's only about half the time a treasure room. But this middle one does apparently seem to be a 100% chance of one. So we finally don't have a Cedric room. This is the first time we don't have one. Let's see. Go for that into that. What's this path? 1.5, so we definitely go for that first. Let's start heading there. You would have to do 23 to 24 fights on level 90. I guess that'll be worth it. I think we're going to do that then. We unfortunately do trade off 1 HP, but we do not trade off not being able to do the events. We'd still be able to do all the events. I think we can live without 1 HP for a while. We've been living without 1 HP forever. Plus, it's not like we're not getting 1 HP. We're actually getting 1 HP off of 10-star Pan's Veil. It's just we could potentially get 2 extra HP instead of 1. That kind of defeats the whole purpose of us constantly doing max renown all the way up to this point, though, but I don't know. It's fine. They don't seem to be fixing it anytime soon, so might as well do that. Because we're losing out any time that we're not doing that. And it would finally give us something to do with all our daily delves. Yep, so where am I going? Wrong direction. Yeah, triple, nice. Got a whole cube of 3s. The only slightly annoying thing about level 90, though, is, I believe level 90, Skeleton Key is not enough damage to kill. The only way, it might be on the initial battles, though we'd have to get a Cedric for it to be enough to kill every room in one shot. Or in double one shot, I should say. I forgot to use Greed again. Where's all my brown? He just denied some. Where's the ones we can actually use, though? Okay, we'll take all that mess. Grab a key down. What else do we need? Also, wow, it's been an hour already. Feels like we just started the stream. I'm gonna take the red. We'll take a poke. We'll grab another brown, and now I'll kill it, obviously. Now we get 1.5 off of that. Now we need to figure out what the rest of the delve is. Oh! What? We did still get 2 treasure rooms. It just moved the location. It's now, wait. Can this place have 3 treasure rooms? Whoa. That's a lot of treasure room. I think this place could have 3 treasure rooms. Because this one was 1 earlier. So these 3 rooms could maybe all be treasure room at once. This seems to be 100%. These seem to both be chance. Anyways, where's the correct path? 1.2, 1.25. So it looks like we go for that next, unless this is a higher. No. So we take this into that, into the 1.2 treasure room, into the other room, into the smaller treasure room, and then finish it. You just crafted Zugoff! Congratulations! Worst investment of 8 power orbs ever, I know, right? But you finally have it. It has been completed. Yeah, that's the only thing we're missing for 100% completion. We'll get there eventually. If I converted all my... Did you do it without converting any smaller blues? Or did you convert some smaller blues? I'm trying to do it without doing any smaller blues. We are far away from doing it if we're using 0 smaller blues. But if I actually converted every smaller blue I had, we almost have Zugoff too. I think we have 7 orbs right now. It would either be 6 or 7 power orbs right now is what we're sitting at if we were to convert literally every smaller one we have. The problem with that is that's a huge waste of resources. Like an absurdly huge waste. But I might consider it. If Karkaroff ends up reaching 10 plus stars, I might consider immediately converting all my orbs over. Or however many is required in order to get it maxed. Because once it starts getting to 10 plus stars, we actually do need a Zugoff to always have 1 higher power level in that faction. I mean in that kingdom. So at that point, I'll probably consider maxing it, even if we have to use smallers. But anything prior to that, I'm probably not going to. Because anything prior to that is just us getting him for the sake of getting him, which is not worth it. I don't think it is. If we naturally get it, it'd be fine. I'd rather have the blue orbs around in case we need it. You never know when they might add some kind of piece of content where we'll need it out of nowhere. Okay, what's the order from here? So we take this treasure room, we then take the vampire room, and then the final room. I forgot to use Greed again. I keep constantly not casting him immediately. Let me make sure I remember that. Really important. Also, I still don't know why Mummified King doesn't have Death Mark the enemy. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Also, how did that not kill? Speak about things that don't make sense. Wait, does he have armored? I don't think he does. How did he live that? Oh, I didn't get a green. At least I remembered green this time, though. Oh, we'll take that, grab our green down, get her destroy everywhere. Get a gold key. Get everything destroyed. Have a key down, and that's pretty much that. Dead. Then take our final treasure room and final room. Also, I need to remember to accidentally not move forward at 90 once we do get to 90. That'd be a fail if I did. That would be a pretty big fail. Oh yeah, I didn't even realize that either. That's something else that Greed team is really good against. It's actually really good against Trickster, because this team is just as strong with Cedric and Greed switched as it is currently. Because this team can theoretically run Greed in first. The only reason why we don't is because it blocks our green. But he's actually a better tank than Cedric is. So him switching actually doesn't do anything to us. If anything, it makes us stronger. He just made us tankier now. Or, he's blocking our green, but other than that, it's our team is stronger rather than weaker. Still annoying that he blocks green, but if we already had mana on her, it doesn't really matter. It's mainly just the fact that he initially blocks that is the biggest issue. Because we normally need to cast Greed immediately. Even though he doesn't technically immediately block, he still kind of does, just because we have to cast it. Anyways, let's keep going. Let's see. Can we get 3 treasure rooms? Let's see. We got 2. Oh, we got a coin purse. I should probably go to that. Get all of our gold. We have a tier 5 over there. But it's has a 1.15 prior to it, so I guess we don't go down that way. I think we take the top half then. Oh no, why another 1.15? Why you gotta do that? Into a 1.25, which means we're overall less. Technically, from a multiplier perspective, bottom is better. But from a loot perspective, top is better. What do we do with that? I don't know. Do we go multiplier order? I guess we go multiplier order. Which means we basically take this whole outer loop. Then we take that one in the middle. Then we take that other one and then go from there. It's not as much loop. But I don't know. I guess it's fine. I don't know how much it should be concerning about multiplier. Because we're going to need to spend out more gems regardless. This is about, like, what, 14 more? We're going to need to buy, at minimum, 1 more pack, I believe, in order to reach it, if we're going to be doing what we're doing. But for that cost, we're going to be able to go do factions every day, so I guess it's going to be worth it. But, I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, let's go and... I guess we'll go multiplier order, why not? It's fine that we get a little bit less gold. The amount of time it's taken to figure that out, might as well just go farm PvP a little bit. How to get a 600 gold boost? They fixed the glitch with the Cedric room. Cedric in Delves, that one room with Cedric in it with 3 money bags. He has a trait that it's actually a positive perk. It's the only room that has a positive perk when completed. And it gives you a 100% gold bonus onto all 4 of your troops, or however many are currently still alive. And that's obviously a lot of gold. And our initial 100 that we're getting to make it to go to 200 is from our Cedric. But the other 400 that we're getting is from completing out that Cedric room. And that's where all that gold is coming from. He just keeps moving them and it doesn't even matter. What do we take here? Take that for now. Nothing good. Just take skull. And key him down. Oh, nice. Going into the last fight with level 6 chest is max chest then. Very nice. Yeah, I don't think we got into level 10 yet today. We will eventually. Not that big a deal if we do or don't. There's a very small difference between like an 8 and 9 and a 10. Oh no, he moved us. Oh no! I forgot about that. He moved it and now we're stuck that way for the rest of the delve. Because it keeps it how you, whatever order your team is at the end of battle is the order that it stays in. It's not too big a deal, of course, but still, it blocked her mana occasionally. Which it kind of did that battle. Hey, we got 2 maps from that. That means every single time we cast Skeleton Key, we got a map. Nice. So what way do we go from here? We go into this room. Yeah, we just go take the whole outer circle, and then we go into the middle, and then we go to the top left. And that'll be proper multiplier order. It's not the best loot that we could possibly get, but multiplier-wise, it's the best path. Oh, why did I take a blue? We got like 0 value out of a blue. Go do that just for the extra turns. Take a brown, key it, dead. He sits on barrier, doesn't even do anything. Yeah, if anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, just let me know. Otherwise, we'll be doing various delve shenanigans for the rest of the stream. And spending our shards in a little bit. Oh yeah, we also should be able to reach 1 extra HP very soon. Which will help out our greed, get even more gold. If he thought he wasn't already doing enough gold, well, he gets even more. Oh no! He moved us. Wait, he moved us into correct positioning, kind of. No, never mind. It's not exact correct positioning. But it's not awful positioning, so it's still fine. Anyways, let's grab a gold there. Grab brown. How would you run for pure faction? And oh yeah, I didn't go over pure faction yet. Thanks for reminding me. I'm pretty sure it's a legend spam. Pretty sure it's like 3 legends with 1 other thing. It might even just be 4 legends. I'm pretty sure it might actually just be 4 legends. Let me double check. What is pure faction for this place? So you're restricted to green and yellow. Let me check it on the other battle. 1 second. Okay, pure faction. What is it? Where do I check this? Go in here, go into here, go into this battle, fight. Pure faction. So let's move it to just the kingdom. Oops, that's not the king. Oh, yes, that is. Never mind. Okay, so this is what we're restricted to. So your team would be... Yeah, it'd be 4 Lunas. Your team would literally just be 4 the legends. It'd basically be the same thing that Crypt would have. Hey, this faction is so similar to Crypt in many ways. The only change that you may make to it is putting a Lapina Knight in 2nd slot or even 1st. It's actually tankier than her a little bit because it has Skull Mitigation and Dodge, whereas this just has Dodge. But the main reason for spamming her is, well, for one, it's full AoE. So other than Submerge, that's going to kill everything. Gains a bunch of status effects or negative status effects for the enemy. And the main reason is Explode or Random Gem every single time you take a yellow. So every single time you take a yellow, you're gaining really good value. Wait, can you always do yellow? Oh, never mind. Maybe you do bunny, actually. Unfortunately, you're still only covering 3 colors. But, does everything in this faction have 20% dodge? I didn't even realize that. Yeah, they do. Everything has 20% dodge. Nice. But, yeah, this actually gets a 75 mana start, and it creates yellow, which would synergize into her thing. So never mind. The bunny corn's actually probably better then. Charm a random enemy upskills too, so if they have like 100 attack, that's 200 damage. So never mind, yeah, Bunny Corn's actually better. Because that's upskills a lot better than this ability, that's for sure. But yeah, that's probably your team then. 3 Lunas with a Bunny Corn, or 4 Lunas, whichever way you want to run it. But that'd be your team. I don't know exactly where you'd put the Bunny Corn. Definitely not 1st slot, and definitely not last. Either 2nd or 3rd, really just depends. It's not that big a deal. It's pretty much the same way regardless. I guess just so you have the mana for a little bit longer, you put it in 3rd. So that's probably the pure faction. Oh, and banner would be probably the actual banner of the faction. Because you'd want +2 yellow, +1, whatever the other one is. So whatever +2 yellow banner is. That has -blue. Where'd it go? Where even is the new banner? Oh no, Suncrest is actually better. Because you want to have the +2 yellow, not the +2 green. So, yeah, you run Suncrest banner with it, not the actual factions. So, +2 yellow, +1 green, -1 blue, with triple Luna Bunny Corn in that order. That would be what pure faction is for this faction. That also means we can't ascend it until we have 3 copies of it, if we're planning on using that for pure faction stuff. But anyways, let's see what our order is for this delve. What's our tier 5 room? So apparently we go directly to tier 5. What's our treasure room? Okay, we do have a treasure room. So, yeah, that appears to be 100% chance in middle room to be treasure room, Whereas both of these seem to be percent chance, very low. Still haven't seen triple treasure room yet. Not sure if it's possible. Hopefully eventually though. And I don't think these side ones could be it. Just these other 2 rooms. Anyways, okay. So now we do it completely in multiplier order then because of that. Which is go to this room, then probably go take the top path, and then weave around the outside. How much is this? Oh no, we actually have to go take the middle. We're going to lose gold out of that, but we have to for multiplier order. Oh, we can just cut right through the middle then. We don't have to go do that other room. We just go do 1, 2, 5, 3, 4, 3, 3, whatever is left. But anyways, let's rush right to there and just go make like a little L shape kind of. Oops, that's not the team I want to use. Though we can technically get away with it. It's going to be a waste of time using that here. Let's go put key team back there. Oops, never mind. This is even the right... Never mind, that's the level 20. That's not what I want to do. Not even pure faction. What I want to go do is... Or not pure faction, you know what I mean. It's, it is pure faction. It's not the correct location, though. 1.25, that's... Okay, we take this treasure room there, and then take the final room. Also, now we have 600 gold per battle since we did the Cedric room. That's where that gold is coming from. It's coming from all these money bags. We have money bags, money bags, money bags, money bags, and another money bags from that one room, the Cedric room, the Cedric treasure room. I never thought I'd see a key get even more overpowered. 333 damage is what that thing actually does at 600 gold. Plus 5, but that's not really that relevant. Also, we'll hand out a redeem code in a moment. We could do that. Actually, let's go do it now. We'll do it actually right after this delve. Still haven't done one yet. There we go. And anyways, take this room, final room, go from there. I'm somewhat tempted to do this faction up to 110. But, I don't know. Are you allowed to backtrack in battles? Like, if I was to go and do up to 110 and then go to 100, does it then allow me to do room 90? And then move back up to do 2 times? I don't think it does. But I've never actually bothered trying. Because obviously trying to go backwards from level 500 is bad. That would take forever even if it's possible. Hello, Drawer. Welcome. Okay, that's not possible. I didn't think so. I never tried, though. Good morning, Brian. Welcome. It just annoys me that we won't have that 1 extra HP. It's not that big a deal. It's only 1 HP, but still. I have a feeling that 1 HP is going to be the difference in like a Guild War battle or with a greed gold or something. Because that's another thing to factor in too. Having the extra HP does actually give greed more gold. Because his gold gain is based completely on his HP. But then again, I guess for faction purposes, that doesn't really matter much now, does it? Because he's going to always have 100. He's always going to gain the max possible amount. Because as long as you gain 100 gold, you immediately max your gold with 1 cast. What is your key base magic outside of delves? I do not know. Let me go double check. I think the damage is like 27 or something. Let's see. My magic is 21 at 24 damage. And this is with Titan, so we're gaining an extra 5. This is not with the perk to gain extra magic off daggers, though. But it is with the +5 from Titan or any brown-related hero class. But yeah, that's how much magic we have. 21 for 24 damage. Outside of those, at its base value. Okay, let me go use some of my shards. We could probably get an extra HP. I was talking about it. But let's go claim these. That should be the shards we need to go do another 200. I think we only need 1 or 2 more copies of the Epic. Ah, we didn't get any. Also, we could probably go buy another pack, too. We're going to need to in order to get all of it done. If we're going to be camping it. At minimum, we're going to need 1 more, so let me go get that as well. Oh, yeah, we haven't been claiming any rewards yet, either. Then we'll hand out a code in a moment as well. But grab all that. Let's buy another pack, because we're going to need it with how we're currently doing it. Also, I didn't even claim this reward chest. What am I doing? How many shards are in there? 106. Nice. Let's see. Let's grab all these. 300. Grab that mess. And we get 2 more of her. And some decent loot there as well. But yeah, that should be enough to max her now. Which is really important because getting her maxed is 1 extra HP. And I'm not going to waste a blue orb on it, obviously. What do we need? I need, Oh, wait. Does typing in Lupina even bring it up? No, it doesn't. Well, it brings up that one. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, there she is. Okay, it does bring her up. That's the exact one I needed. Yay, there we go. That's the one we were trying to upgrade by doing that. And there we go. That is now a whole extra HP off of Pan's Veil. If we go over to Pan's Veil, that should be HP. Right there. There we go. And that brings us to 10 stars. Nice. What do we need for 11? We can go to 12. Let's see. I need to upgrade 20 Pan's Veil troops to level 20. That's going to be a little bit. Well, we could. We just need a lot more shards than what we currently have. Let's see. What do we need for that? How close are they? Warrens. So we need 2 more level 20s. Well, unfortunately, this is quite a bit of ways. Even though it's somewhat close, we need to make sure we always have 3 copies so we can do Pure Faction. But then again, actually, I can do Pure Faction and then Ascend her. Because we're not going to need multiple copies of her for a while, since I'm not doing up to 500. Or we're not... yeah, we could just do Pure Faction today, and then not need to worry about it until later. I guess that's fine. But that does mean we still need to get 1 other one. So probably the Bunny Corn is going to be our focus. Not like we could focus it. We need 20 more copies. We need 3 more Luna copies, and we need 20 more Bunny copies. Because Trickster looks like he's a while away. We could always use a small blue orb on him, I guess, since he's so far away. Because these will definitely get upgraded way before him, unless we get super unlucky with the legend again. But we'll see. Anyways, let's go, and though also we have to keep in mind, we only need to upgrade 2. We don't actually need to upgrade 3. Upgrading 3 won't actually get us any further star-wise. Upgrading 2 will get us 12 star. Upgrading 3 will also be 12 stars, so there's no point in doing 3. But anyways, let's go back to factions. Keep continuing with this. Okay, what's our layout here? 1.5, so we go for that immediately. Treasure room into treasure room. Neither of them are Cedric, though. Looks like we go down the middle area. So we go here, there. What was this again? A 1.2. What are you? Oh, 1.15. So we go there, 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 there. Where do we go from there? We then take the 1.2. We then take the 1.15, the 1.15, and then we finish it. Okay, so we go and do another L-shaped kind of thing. Oh, sorry, redeem code. Let me go do that. Forgot. We'll do it right after this battle. Hello, Maribin. We're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Holiday's been going nice. I forgot to take a... oh, never mind. We have an extra turn. Doesn't matter. Grab that. Okay, let's go give out a code. Before I forget again. Let's see. Codes. The almighty code section. Edit. Go find one. Mark it. Mark it. Mark it. Copy, copy. Save. Put this in our little code section. Let's see. Put that there. Boom. Boom. Come on. Come on. Redeem all that. Claim it for the other account. Boom. 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 Claim that. Paste it again. Copy, copy. And there you guys go. Have the best laugh ever. Thank you. But there's the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Your invite code can be found underneath your settings menu, whatever your game says there. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Location you use it, just click that link or go to gemsofwar.com and give the same loot as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, and 2,500 gold. There you guys go. And speaking about keys, I actually need to go open 30 glory keys. And because I'm too lazy to open 31 at a time, I'm just going to open 50. And we get 10 gems for that. We also have 2 other things we get 10 gems from today. We can also change our armor for another glory key. That's kind of a waste of time, though. But at least this late in the game. I don't know, maybe we'll do it. It takes like 30 seconds, but it's annoying. Because if you accidentally forget to switch your armor back, you're losing so many resources. I feel like they almost deliberately have that set up for that purpose. Unfortunately, there's not human constructs. They do work together, but there's no way to combine them since there's no humans that also count as constructs. That'd be cool if they added those to the Donna, like cyborg kind of things. Because that would actually make the whole human construct combination in that kingdom actually decent. But I don't know, we might do that later for 10 gems or 20 gems. It's going to take a while though because we have to do 15 battles for each and there's no overlap. But anyways, let's continue with the faction. Where were we? We take this room, go up there, go there, and then they go there. Really weird layout. Consoles, yeah, the redeem codes are unfortunately not available for console. It's available for every platform except for the 2 console versions. So we're almost at the point where that doesn't kill anymore. So we take this treasure room because it's the 1.25. That didn't go all the way. I'll take the green there. Oh no! He moved me on that one battle and he's blocking my green. That's why you don't normally put him in first slot. But of course he gets dragged there whenever he tries moving. It's not that big a deal, but it still somewhat gets in the way. That's the whole reason why he's normally not set there to begin with. I should have taken the purple. We could have gotten a red. Well, it didn't get a red, so good thing we didn't go for it. Still, we should have tried for it. Would have been a better move. Even though it wouldn't have given it to us. Good morning, Scott. Welcome. Make sure to use that redeem code, anyone just getting here. Should still be active. We literally just posted it. Even though we have a lot of viewers right now, it still has a lot of claims, so it should still last for about 5 minutes or so. Okay, this actually isn't enough damage, so I'm going to go for a skull here. Just to make sure it kills. Oh no, it would have been enough. Never mind. Keep underestimating how much damage that actually does. Actually, how much damage is that? It's 133 plus 5. The plus 5 doesn't get an extra turn though. What way do we go here? Definitely not that one. 1.2, then there, then take the treasure room. So grab our greed there, grab that, take our purple, take our browns. Greed is key. I'm sure taking those blues. Good evening, Trut. Welcome. Now we take this one, And then we go to treasure room. It's not an extra turn anywhere. Just grab some browns. Grab another brown if it lets me. Key it down, and we're good to go. What do we need here? All of it looks bad, so let's move that for now. Green gets blocked, which is the whole reason for not having him there. But oh well, I guess we'll take it. Take a red into her. If it had full mana, it wasn't blocked. Or no, we wouldn't. We'd be 1 mana short. There we go. I guess it didn't actually delay her at all that time. So it normally does. Grab our gold. Also, we'll probably stream up until we hit 90 initially, I think. And then just throw a pure faction on it. I still don't know if I'm going to go to 110 or not, though. If we just simply go to 110, we will end up getting that extra HP. I feel so tempted to do it. But then that makes every single delve we ever do much slower. But the reasoning behind why I would do it is I believe at 90, we already don't have enough damage to one-shot. So going to 110 won't make too huge of a difference. Especially if there's a Cedric room in play. Also, it's still low enough that it's not that big a deal. And also, I believe there's some events where you can get super unlucky and sometimes have to do level 10 instead of 9. Or, you know, 100 instead of 90. And then at that point, we might as well just go one further to get to 110. I don't know, we'll see once we get there. Oh wow, I actually got a 4 times multiplier. I didn't even realize this faction has pretty good multiplier rate as well. But I guess it's because we got a 1.5 off the legend. If this was like a 1.2, we'd get an awful multiplier rate. The only reason it was so high is we got a lot of really good high rooms that time around. Speaking of a lot of high rooms, we got a lot of 3s that are 1.3. At least decent. Never mind, it's only 1. But still, we got 1. What's our path here? I think it might actually be the top path, because it's only a 1.3, so we go to the 1.2 into a 1.25, into a 1.25, into the 1.3, into the 1.3, into these 2 rooms, and then we finish. So yeah, we do like a little snake-like shape, basically, what we do here, so let's go do that. I think that's the better route. I'm not actually sure if rushing that would be better, because it averages to a 1. What does it even average to? It averages to a 1.25. No, not even. Yeah, exactly so. No. Math. Yeah, it averages to 1.2. No, it doesn't. Yes. 1.25 is what it averages to. And this averages to slightly less than that. So you know what? That might actually be the better path then. It's not really that big a deal to contemplate it that much, though. Yeah, because then we can take a 1.3 this way. Okay, it actually is better value going down first. Mainly because of that 1.3. But also because I believe it's more just to begin with. So yeah, that's fine. Because we do get that 1.3 earlier. This faction is so weird. I like it, though. It actually makes you think of what you have to do. But unfortunately, that thinking wastes time. Which is resources. But no, actually, I'm kind of, this faction's kind of growing on me. It's still one of the more annoying ones, layout-wise, but it's a fun annoying. It's annoying to the degree that Guild Wars is annoying. Like, it's a great fun game mode, it's just really frustrating at times. Okay, where do we need to move? Yeah, I guess we'll take this one. We go to there, go to the other 1.3, and then move back around. Oh no, no one on stream has been wanting to join our guild. I don't know why. No, everyone probably already has a guild. But yeah, if anyone's still interested, we do still have 2 spots left. I'll probably be recruiting more this weekend too, like actually on the forum and everything, and maybe in global chat. Like later this weekend, like right before New Year's, like probably the 30th actually. That's Sunday, right? Should be. Yeah. So I'd probably be able to get that done then. But yes, we do still have 2 spots left if anyone is interested in joining the guild. If you can do 1 million gold per week, as well as being able to do decent in guild wars, raids, invasions, all that, up to about tier 3 or so, let me know, as we do have 2 spots left. We get all events done always, and always doing a lot of legendary tasks. Yeah, this game is, well, not necessarily unplayable without being in a guild, but it's definitely highly, highly, highly advised being in a guild. There's really no point in not doing it. Even if you have no intention to ever communicate with anyone in the guild, you at least want to be in the guild to gain some amount of free resources. And there's some things that you can't do if you're not in a guild, like gaining guild seals and stuff like that. It's pretty much mandatory to be in a guild in this game, even if you have no intention to do anything multiplayer related with other people. There are plenty of small casual guilds that are set up that way though. Gems of War Forum is the best way to find them. Sometimes you can find them in global chat too, like the super ultra casual ones, where they don't even have any requirement at all, but they're all still active. So you're at least getting some amount of resources. Ha! You can always change guilds now. Did you start this event by leveling Treasure Horde for the faction first, and then just do faction event battles? Not regular battles? Yes. That's the way we did it. And the reason for that is, we did reserve 1 level 20 just so it'd be easier. But the reason I like keeping at least 2 battles is I like keeping them for pure faction, just so that they don't get in the way of our actual delve value. Because doing pure faction, especially if you're not doing every room, will reduce down the amount of loot that you're going to be getting. And how much multiplier and everything. And you could possibly lose your Val Raven. So you generally want to use your spare battles that you have to do pure faction. Whenever you can. And you'll at minimum need to save at least 1 battle for it. I generally save 2 just because there's a chance you might lose the first one. Given that generally the first time you do pure factions, the first time you're ever even running the team, you could make mistakes with the team or not set up the team correctly or any other things occurring. Can you elaborate on that? Basically, there's 2 different types of delves. There's faction event related delves, and then there's the 3 free delves you get every single day. The 3 free delves you get every single day has no point system associated with it, nor Val Ravens or anything like that. So there's no way to gain more of them per day, and there's no way to gain like some kind of extra score like thing. So you generally want to use your delves that are like this to go do pure faction. And this is mainly just because you end up gaining... you don't have to get the penalty for the other game mode. So if you go and let's say do pure faction here, and it's going to be so difficult that you're just going to want to rush straight to the actual boss room, you wouldn't necessarily want to do that with your actual sigils, because it would reduce the chance that you would get a Val Raven since you're not doing as many rooms, and you're getting less score because you're skipping a bunch of rooms. Like right here, we might just decide to go straight for the boss room instead of doing every last room. But that's basically what I mean by that. You just want to get your pure faction done, specifically the this. You generally want to do 150 if you're going that far with it. We're going to be doing either 90 or 110. I'm still not decided yet. But yeah, assuming you're just leveling up the faction, you want to try getting at least a 150. Every single faction can run 150. And you could try doing a 200. It's kind of a hit or miss if it ends up actually getting it or not. Anything beyond 200 starts to become absurdly hard, though, if you're just keeping level 100 Horde. While we're here, let's go open our shards. Hey, another legend. Just need another 2 copies of that. That's not the legend I'm talking about. Oh, good. We're not getting any epics either. That's actually good that we're not getting epics because they are useless to us since we already got it maxed. Anyways, back to the event. Which way do we go here? We take the left and then we go right and take the final battle. But yeah, Brian, do you still need any elaboration with that? I don't know if I explained that fully. But you always want to do your pure faction with the daily delves, just because how Val Ravens and scoring system works in normal delve events. It's going to waste your score if you try doing pure faction during the delve event. Or, you know, within the delve event. You can still do it during it, you just have to use your daily ones instead of your sigil related ones. Oh yeah, for the event, you just do order of multiplier. You just basically look at the multipliers, see which paths have the best rate, and then just do that path. And you can slightly base it based on gold rate and, you know, treasure rooms and stuff too. But generally, you just do whatever multiplier order is. And you only bring out pure faction for when you need to go and do it through your daily delves. That's not right. Grab that, grab another brown, put key down. Why do I feel like it's not enough damage? Because it's not enough damage. It's the first time we actually didn't get a one shot off of that. You know what? I almost need to start using greed in first a lot just so it gets moved back. Oh, there we go. That, or we can just keep letting him cast and just make sure it's in correct order by the time we kill him. Because once we kill him, he can't move us anymore. And then we just key it again, and that's match. We're almost match. One skull will do it. Oh, well, he just agiled. Really? Yeah, everything in his faction does have agile. All 4 of them. Not a single one doesn't have it. And one of them has agile and skull mitigation. Let's see. We're not even halfway there yet, actually. Also, that might be an absurd amount of resources if we need to keep going all the way to the end there. I think we need to buy another pack to be able to reach it. Which is a little bit annoying, because that means we wasted 700 gems just to be able to get a lot of shards. And we're still just going to be going just as far as normal, too, which is kind of awful. But oh well. Anyways, let's go fight this, see what on earth our order is. 1.3, 1.15, that might not necessarily be the better path. 1.2 into 1.25. It's slightly lower, but what's our follow-up? Yeah, it is actually better going for bottom. Starts ever so slightly lower, but it ends up getting to 1.3, which makes it overall higher. And then we just take a 1.25 to 1.25 to a double 1.2. And then we move to the other room, and then that'll be the end of the delve. But yeah, we do go this way first. Yeah, that should be fine. Anyways, let's move forward. What do you think of Warren Delve team of these 3 Frost Crown and your hero? The easiest way to do it would be 3 of the legend, and you can't use hero. Hero doesn't count for a pure faction. But you would have to use 3 of the legend into the bunny corn, or the bunny, whatever it's called. Yeah, the bunny corn. Probably a few other formats you could do too, but I feel like that would be the best. Haven't actually tested it yet. We will be in a moment, though, before the end of this stream. Yeah, we need to get to either 90 or 110, whatever we're deciding on. I think I might do 110. I'm not sure if I'm going to regret it, but it gets both things done. We're still going to have a faction that we can grind, and we're going to have all the HP we need. So I think it's going to be worth it. Plus, if we go to 110, it's going to cost us less sigils, which might end up saving us potentially 400 gems, possibly. I'm not sure if we can actually get it with tier 5 and how we're doing it. But we'll find out. We'll find out. Yeah, I think we're going to go to 110. Because that's how much we need to get 1 extra HP. And I really want that 1 HP. We did Pure Faction all the way up to this point for that purpose. Or not Pure Faction, I keep saying that. But we did Max Renown every single time up to this point for that whole reason. To get all the stats when they initially get released. So I don't think we're stopping now. It's going to make it slightly more annoying daily to have to do 110 instead of 90. But I don't know, I think it's fine. It's better than having no delve to do at all. Plus, we can still get it done with the event all the time. Oh, I just realized something. I need to make sure I don't complete out 110. I actually have to do Pure Faction with 100. Because if I do Pure Faction with 110, we're going to... Whoops. I forgot about that. Wait. Hold up. That means we'd actually have to do level 120 faction. Hold up. Maybe it's not worth moving up. I forgot about that. Because you actually have to complete out the entirety of the faction to get the renown increase. Ooh. I'll need to calculate that out for 100. I don't think 100 is enough, though. Well, I guess we're going to 120. Oh, no. We'll see. Maybe we'll go to 120. That's going to be even more annoying, but I don't know. If it's for the 1 HP, I think it's worth it. Because in order to do 110, we'd have to move up to 120. And I don't think doing 100 into 110 is enough for now. I'll double check it once we get to that point, though. Yes, we're keeping this faction low to farm it. If you don't currently have a low farming faction, this is basically the next best one if you don't have Crypt. Actually, it could potentially even be better than Crypt. But yeah, it's basically Crypt 2.0. So if you don't currently have Crypt, just use this one as Crypt. We're not keeping it at 20. We're keeping it low, but low enough, or high enough that we can still do the Tuesday events. But low enough that we could still do it daily for shards. It's going to be slightly longer than doing a level 20, but we'll still be able to do it for the event, so it's probably worth it. Because we lose out on a lot of orbs if we keep a faction at level 20. I need to make sure I don't accidentally click the run away button. I have no clue what hotkey that is set to, but I feel like I'm going to accidentally press it. I think they might have it so you have to hold the button, so I probably won't accidentally press it, hopefully. Did you mention you get arcane trade stones from last battle? It was random trade stone before. I didn't even notice that. Wasn't paying attention to it. I normally ignore the trade stones just because obviously we don't need trade stones. But yeah, I didn't notice that change to this particular one. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, that is a whole nother factor of delves, which I normally don't really consider, just because I don't personally need them. But yeah, trade stones, and they do get multiplied by the multiplier. If you have a 3 times multiplier, you'll get 3 trade stones instead of 1. Obviously, to us, that normally isn't relevant. In the battle one, you still only get 1 of. Actually, do you even get a battle one? Oh, never mind. Oh. I didn't even notice that either. You don't actually even get one per battle. You just only get one if it shows you get one. See, I don't even pay attention to these things. Just because trait stones are always so relevant in late game. Let me go check the final room and see what you mean by that. Let's see. Oh wait, it doesn't show it on the thingy though. Okay, we'll take this one, take the treasure room, go from there. Oh, so this actually gives a pretty decent amount of gold, 400. It's not bad for a non-treasure room. Forgot to take the green. That would have been useful. Show a team for Toloka without it being for invasion. We did on Monday. I think we still have it set up. It's it uses the new weapon that came out though. It's actually not too bad. It's the new weapon. That one Valkyrie like bird, and 2 Tolokas, or 1 Toloka and something else. So ideally 2 Tolokas would be way better. Yeah, I can go show the team real quick. It was this thing. It's not the greatest of things, but it's definitely pretty strong still. Let me go show it real quick. If it'll load. Yep, take our tributes, grab whatever mail we have, which is probably just shards. Yep, exactly so, and some ingots. But yeah, PvP, fights, let's take whatever 3 trophy is. And we should still have it set up. There it is, the new Nimbus bow that came out. Hero using Titan with Nimbus bow, Storm Singer, double Toloka. Or any of the other Strixes if you don't have double Toloka. Though ideally double Toloka because it's way better. Yeah, we got a Battle Crusher. So we'll get that weapon immediately. Kill whatever looks like a threat. Get all the mana we need. Throw this down on blue. Ideally don't convert out yellow. And we have a Storm, so we get triple damage off of Toloka, so we just keep casting Toloka. After we remove all the extra turns. We can never remove all the extra turns. And then we just double cast Toloka. And dead. And we still have bow, you can still loop the other thing. That's basically what you do. It's the strongest Toloka team currently in the game. As well as the strongest Strix team currently in the game. As well as pretty much the only Strix team you'd ever really run. Because it's about one of the only extremely viable ones. It's not one of the better teams in the game, but it is still pretty high up there. It's not a bad team at all. I don't think it would be one I would personally use as a main team, though. But, I don't know, it's nice. Gets the job done. How's Hero still alive? So we're gonna go convert this out. We're actually not frozen on it, so we'll just do that and then double split. That should be enough to kill. Yeah, it's pretty much what the team looks like. Not bad. I don't know if I'll be using it after this week, though. It's somewhat better this week, obviously, because it has slightly higher stats. It'd still be good outside this week. I don't know if I'd... stream, come back! It went down for a second. Yeah, it's an interesting team. Definitely a fun one to mess around with. And if you need to build a team around him, that's definitely the way to go. Is Cedric a must-have for key team? Kind of. In this delve, not really. Because you can actually find a Cedric room. And if you kill that Cedric room, it's like having Cedric. Or it's like having 4 Cedrics on your team. which is pretty absurd. But, no, you don't necessarily need Cedric. The replacement would probably be Apothecary, I believe. Definitely something with Merchant, at least, just so you're getting some kind of boost ratio. But, ideally, yes, you do need Cedric, but it would still function without it. It would be slower, though. You could even just go for something for mana accumulation like Grimlet. You could feed right into Ground Convert and give it to your hero for immediate key. Let's go do that pet. I think we have like 0 copies of him. No, we don't have like literally 0, but you know. Very low amount. Very, very low. We're almost at the orb, almost at the... that's actually not even halfway point. I think 10 or 11 is actually the halfway point because how much points it starts requiring. I believe 11 is. Though, of course, we still get 8 other free battles as well. So, actually, I might have overbought in how many packs I even needed because I almost forgot. We do get 8 additional battles throughout the weekends. And that might be enough to actually cover it. I might not even needed to have gotten the extra thing, but oh well. Nothing else. We get a little bit more shards and stuff. But, anyways, let's go and grab, there's one thing I wanted to go do real quick, and I completely forgot what it just was. Wow. How did I already forget what I was about to go do? Well, first things first. While we're already here, how close are we on Invasion? I was hoping we'd get another major orb so that we could open 2 at the beginning of the stream and 1 at the end. But I don't think my guild's going to get it done in time. And I'm not going to be helping, unfortunately. They'll get it done. We still have 8 free battles. It's going to get done automatically. Plus, we have someone trying for leaderboard. Actually, over here. Is he still on leaderboard? Oh, yeah, we were going to go to the pet. I remember now. The pet's literally just staring at us with its gigantic eyes. How do you miss that? Yeah, he is still in 3rd. I don't know if 4th is going to really contest him or not. Or either of those two could. But, yeah, he's currently holding down 3rd, which is the exact place we ended up making yesterday on the other event. But anyways, let's go grab the pet. That is such a cute pet. Those eyes are amazing. And we don't even need to switch our team. We're just using the exact same thing. I wasn't actually expecting this team to be usable in so many locations. Expecting it to just be a PvP team. But nope, it actually does get used in quite a lot of stuff. Which is nice because it's a gold farming team. Everywhere that you use it, it farms gold. Might not be a lot of gold, but it's more than farming no gold. And it adds up over time. Adds up to be thousands upon thousands of extra gold per hour. Compared to using any team that isn't it. Even if it was ever slightly made slower, it might still be worth it just because of how much extra gold it gains compared to a normal non-gold team. Hey, we actually got bled. They really need to add bleeds to the game. That seems like it's going to be a really fun mechanic. Bleed, Cursed, and Blessed. There's just, like, none of it in the game currently. The only way you can do it is off of random status effects. Which means we might be seeing it some when we go use Pure Faction. Because she does utilize that aspect. If you only have one Taloka, you just put any of the other strictures in place. Ideally one of them that covers color. Probably the red-yellow guy that hits damage to all enemies. Because he'd be able to go accumulate damage for you. Plus he helps you cover red. And if you don't have him, basically just anything that helps cover one more color, they can use as a utility. Oh yeah, I forgot we don't get an extra turn because we're frozen. Whoops. I saw that we couldn't take the brown because we're frozen, but I forgot that we also don't get the key extra turn. For the same reason. What level is your treasure hoard for new faction? 100. You pretty much always immediately, well, you always do. Assuming you have the resources, you should always immediately upgrade every new faction to level 100. At minimum, get it to level 10 Horde, but ideally also to level 100. It's definitely more important to get to level 10 quality than to level 100. The reason for doing 100, though, is just for the extra stats. And 100 is the highest you can go and still get renowned. Anything beyond 100 you do not get renowned for. You can still keep going, but it's only going to give you stats instead of renown. Yeah, level 10 quality tends to be somewhere around 70 to 80. Horde level. 100 Horde level is the max you can go to still get renown. And anything beyond that you basically never do unless you're trying for pure faction. Level 500 pure faction. Or just any higher amount, I guess. Doesn't necessarily have to be 500. Because even for doing something like 300, you would need a slightly higher Horde. Because trying to pure lock it might not be possible in some factions without the higher stats. Also, I believe we get to upgrade the pet after this. We're only one pet upgrade away, if I'm not mistaken, from a major orb. Could you imagine if we got 4 major orbs today? That'd actually be a lot. Actually, it might be just a normal orb. It's either a normal orb or a major orb. It might actually just be a normal orb. Never mind. Still, that'd be amazing. Also, I just realized, how do we even get a pet battle? I would assume most of my guild is doing faction and not pets. Or, you know, not PvP. Apparently someone is. Oops, I tried to cast that as the egg. Fail. Well, it is technically an egg, but, you know, it's not egg thief. What did we get as orbs? Well, we got it this morning. It was from yesterday's event. We got a major blue and a major orange. So, yes, we did get our goal of a major blue. It was a really expensive major blue. The 2 major orbs basically cost us 1 million. It cost us 1,000 souls each. It cost us 1,000 gems each for the major orbs yesterday. But luckily one of them was a blue. So even though we still overall lost value, we did still net a blue orb. So in the end, it was kind of worth it, kind of not. I don't know. It was a lot of fun though. So at least we got that. Probably wasn't worth it overall, but I don't know. We made a nice day out of it. We'll definitely try doing it again. Hopefully for a power orb, but it gets so expensive trying to go for power orbs. Happy New Year, Dennis. Yeah, right around the corner. Just a few more days. Okay, how many more copies do we need? Never mind, we need 8 more copies. There's no way we're getting 8. It's theoretically possible, but very, very, very excessively unlikely. Yeah, we only got 1 copy. Well then. Yeah, how close are we on pet upgrades? I don't think we are close enough to try getting a major orb today. That should be insane if we got 4 in one day. Oh no, it's a normal orb next. Too bad. That'd have been amazing. Let's see, upgradable. Yeah, it's just a normal orb. Just a normal orb, and there's no way. Even if we got 6 pet battles, we'd have to get it on the most optimal possible ones. We'd have to get Griffling, we'd have to get Lucky, we'd have to get Rocky, we'd have to get Snake It and get 3 copies. We'd have to get Tiny Corn to get 3 copies. We'd have to get Troglodyte and get 3 copies. That's probably not happening today. And we'd have to do that 6 times. Anyways, let's keep continuing with the thing. Go use our shards. Yeah, another legend. Nice. Almost to the point where we can upgrade it. I do need to make sure I do pure faction before I do the upgrade, though. Just to make pure faction a little bit easier. Just before I forget, let me go do dungeons real quick. Yeah, let's use a normal team. Well, actually, you know what? Yeah, why not? We'll use that team. Might as well. I'm probably not using it much after this week. So might as well enjoy it while we can. It'll still be good after this week, but obviously it gets a little bit better bonus this week. Doesn't make that big a difference, though. Kind of acts like an alternative Sunbird in a way. Do I ever buy pets in the shop? No, it's a complete waste of gems. I would sooner waste thousands of gems trying to get major orbs than I would trying to get pets bought. The only ones that could theoretically be worth considered getting, oddly enough, are the ones that are fully cosmetic. And the only reason for that is the cosmetic pets only come around once a year. So it's in the current state of the game, unless they make some kind of changes in the future, it is literally impossible to ever mythic any of the seasonal pets by playing them for free. There is no possible way to mythic them. You would have to spend gems on them to eventually max them. Unless they had some kind of way to craft them in the future, which they should. This would be a gigantic soul sink, and they need more of those. And it would be a food sink, which they currently don't have any of. But, yeah, we'll have to see in the future. But in the current state of the game, it's literally impossible to upgrade any of the cosmetic pets to mythic without spending gems. So that's the only time you might want to do them. And if you are going to try maxing out a pet, you should completely max it out. And do be mindful, it costs like 1,500 to do that, approximately, give or take a little bit, which is a ridiculous amount of gems, obviously. Would much rather spend that on orbs. But to get a pet from just obtaining it, or from 0 copies all the way to max, it's about 1,500 gems. Give or take about a few hundred. And you do want to do it all at once, because if you don't, it's a lot more expensive. Spamming the final pack is actually really good value. Well, actually, I shouldn't say it's really good value. It's actually still pretty bad value. But if you're going to bother spending gems on it, spamming the final pack is the best value, gem-wise, that you can get of them. It's still a horrible value, but it's the best of the horrible value. Yeah, we got a Cedric. Nice. That should probably change how we do this room slightly. Oh yeah, we're at 90 right now. I need to go calculate how much renown we need and make sure I don't accidentally go further. I can see myself doing that. That'd be a gigantic fail. So how much more renown do we currently need? We're sitting at 810. Haven't done pure yet. Though we do have to keep in mind that we do have to win the delve in order to do pure. So let's see what happens when we do 100. I believe 110 is what we had to do, which means our faction will be 120 in order to spam it. But let's see. We're currently sitting at 110. Or, I mean, let's calculate out for 100. So we'd have 100 more points off of that. We'd have 40 off of that, and we'd have 20 off of that. That'd be 160 more points. Yeah, we'd need to do 110, which is what we mentioned earlier. So at 110, we'd have 110 more. That brings us to 920. We would then have 30 more. That brings us to 950. And then we'd have 60 more, which brings us to 12,010. So we have to do pure faction at 110, which would bring us to a 120 faction. And that is the lowest we could do to get that HP if we want to. And I believe that is what we're going to do. Because I need it. I need that 1 HP. Want it so badly. So that's going to be the game plan. It'll also possibly save us some gems, since we would be getting a slightly better rate of points for the event. So that's the game plan then. So let's go do that. Let's keep rolling with it. About to gain an orb too. Let's keep going. What path do we want? Oh yeah, it's still the really weird pathing. I guess we take a 1.2. No. It's actually better going for 1.3. And then we cut down the middle. Hit over to the 1.25. And take all the other 1.2s. Then do the treasure room last and go from there. So yeah, we start from the bottom. And then just work our way around that way. Oh, so hello, Gustavo. Welcome. Also, if anyone else has any other questions, just let me know. Otherwise, we're just working up to pure faction and getting that 1 HP. And I'll probably end it from there. And we'll still be continuing tonight, of course. And we might even have a major orb to open tonight. My guild goes that far with it. If not, we'll have it tomorrow. I have a lot of major orbs to open all of a sudden. That'd be amazing if we actually get another blue off it. Highly doubt it, though. You never know. We get another key down. Do we have a drop for that? Kind of. Take the red. We have a drop for him. He just gets all the mana. Oh, take a brown, grab the red. Should hopefully be full mana. Yes, it is. Key him down again. And another 2 will do it. Did I complete any pure faction for Hall of Guardian? No. It's actually only stuck at 110. But the problem is we just had a Hall of Guardian event this week, so we'd have to wait a month and a half to see Hall of Guardian again, which we're going to have a new faction possibly before we even have Hall of Guardian. So unfortunately, we do have to go a little bit higher. All right, so let's go right into Cedric. Yeah, we have to go to 120 for this faction, so, and we'll just camp 120. It's not going to be that much harder, especially if we keep getting Cedric rooms. Once we get Cedric, everything will drop. They could have hundreds of stats, and it's not even going to make a difference. We could be at probably like 250, and it would barely make a difference. Obviously, we're not going to go that far. But as long as we have a Cedric in this place, it's going to be so easy. Because now every room beyond this room now gives us 333 key damage. Plus 5. What can you use if you don't have Skeleton Key? You should probably go get Skeleton Key. If Skeleton Key is the only thing you're missing from this team, you should definitely go get Skeleton Key. You get it for free from getting 250 wins on Thief Hero class. I went over a bunch of teams at the beginning of the stream if you need more advice, but go Devour spam, go Cockatrice into Dragonian Monk, stuff like that. Instant kill spam, anything along those lines is going to be pretty nice. But yeah, you have the capability of using Cockatrice, Dragonian Monk, and Apothecary. That combination is enough to basically disable any enemy team to never do any damage to you. Maybe not absolutely none, but it's really good at not receiving damage. But yeah, now that we did the Cedric room, they fixed the glitch with it this most recent patch, so now we have 600 gold. And now we cast 1 greed, and we basically have max. It is so broken, but I love it. And also, we get to keep that gold for every single battle, too. We're gaining like 2,000 gold per battle with all of our bonuses. 600 gold plus all the bonuses attached to it. And we never need to worry about not one-shotting. That's 333 damage off a Skeleton Key. And we get that for the rest of the delve. So we got 2 1.2s, 3 1.2s, so we'll just go to this one. Let me take... They're both about the same gold, isn't they? Aren't they? Oh no, this one's a little bit lower. We'll go to this one first, then move to the other one. I moved Egg Thief 1 spot down compared to the other one. Oh. Did I? Whoops. I meant to have it the other way around. I guess it doesn't matter too much, though. It's basically the same thing regardless. I didn't even realize I moved it. Wait, did I? Wait, did I? I must have accidentally misclicked it in one of the screens. I didn't mean to move it like that. That's weird. Oh, you know what? Maybe it got moved there because of a cast. It might not actually be there. I think it might have gotten moved from an ability. Like Cedric or something. I don't think I put her there. Pretty sure I didn't. Because there's a lot of movement things in this delve. First room has movement. Last room has movement. Cedric can have movement, which is the treasure rooms, and there's a lot of treasure rooms in this place. And also the tier 4s can have movement off of bullets and stuff. Also the tier 5 can have movement off of Leviathan. This faction, unfortunately, does have the most amount of movement. It doesn't have Dust Devils, though, at least, because there's no tier 1 battles. Well, you know, other than the very first one, but that's automatically a designated battle every time. But, yeah, it does have a lot of movement options, which can be annoying from time to time. Yeah, we'll find out after we finish this if I actually moved it. If I did, I need to actually go fix that. Because, yeah, the Egg Thief should be in front of Key. It's not that big a deal. And if anything, for these factions, it might actually be better having it this way, just so that we can use Titan to barrier spam tank for the team. But obviously, we don't want to be losing our Key. That's normally the reason why you have Egg Thief in front of your Key, so that you don't die to Skull Spam and stuff. And there is Skull Spam potential. I don't think we've gotten Skull Spam yet, but tier 5 has like 2 or 3 things I think that can be skull spam. It has like a Glaceon team. It has a Bone Dragon team. And I think one other one. Oh, I've been playing from the order from the start. I didn't even notice that this entire time. I should probably go fix that. There's no way I've been playing like that the entire time, though. I have to have accidentally misclicked it or something. If not, wow. No clue how I didn't notice that. Oh, yeah, I keep thinking I don't have enough damage. That's a bit of an understatement. We have like 2 times overkill, almost 3 times overkill. With the Cedric bonus. Could you imagine if that was the default gold rate? That would be so broken. Okay, we're at 90, right? So we do keep going forward. We do 90, then we do 100. Then I go do Pure Faction with the other one. And that'll be it for now, then. But that's the game plan. Oh, let me go get an orb. Come on, blue. Ah, the dreaded green streak. It's back. As long as it doesn't do that for major orbs, though. You're fine to do that on all the smaller ones, but give us major blues. How do you get 600 gold? You need to find a Cedric. There's 1.5 treasure rooms in this place. It's the same way that Crypt is set up, and that it has a bunch of treasure rooms in it. And if you end up defeating the Cedric room, it used to be glitched prior to this patch where it didn't work. But ever since this most recent version, whenever you kill out the Cedric room, the one with 3 money bags and a Cedric, it ends up giving you the money bags trait, which is the same trait that Cedric has. So we're gaining all that gold from basically that. It gives every single thing on our team the 100% bonus. And that would give us a 500 gold. And the reason we have 600 is because we also have Cedric, which is also giving us an additional 100%, which stacks with its own 100%. So we currently have 600. Also, wait, we have a second one? Immune to Death Mark. Oh, I didn't realize there were multiple positive ones. Oh, cool. I didn't even realize that. We have money bags and we have immune to Death Mark. I don't think that's ever really going to be relevant. I haven't really been seeing too many Death Mark. Actually, factions have delves have a really small amount of Death Mark related stuff. Tower of Doom has a lot, but factions not so much. That'd actually be really relevant for delves, though. I mean, why did I say delves? I mean Tower of Doom. Because Death Mark is really, really annoying in Tower of Doom. It's because how easily the Dooms can place Death Mark. Particularly once you hey, we finally got a level 10 chest. Particularly once you reach the level 250 plus area. Yeah, let's see what we get. It's probably gonna look like just all the other loot, but might as well see. Any different? Ooh, nice amount of shards. Let's actually go open them all. Okay, we're at 100. So we complete out this one, then we do Pure Faction. Before we do, let's go open our shards. Check our mail, grab that. And should be able to open 200. 2 genie lamps. Why couldn't that have been 2 actual legends? Let's see. Can we upgrade anything? I don't think we can yet. Let's check. Let's see. Upgradable. Boom, boom. That's not what I meant to do. Go to back to normal. And go to the kingdom. And then check to see if we have anything upgradable. Wrong kingdom. No, but we're getting there. You need 12 more copies of Bunny. 1 more copy to Legend, actually. And a ridiculous amount of Trickster copies. If we can get bunnies at a decent rate and end up getting that Legend, I might just use a small blue on him. It's not required, but it makes it so we don't need to use shards later on him. We'll see. But then again, I'm probably not using him ever. It's not really that good. But anyways, yeah, we need 1 more copy of her and 12 more bunnies. Hopefully we'll get those soon. Let's switch back to Pure Faction. Or, I mean, back to normal faction. Let's see, what's our path? 1.3, 1.15, 1.2, 1.25. Let's see, is this path better? 1.2, 1.25. So, here's the thing. Is 1.15 into 1.3 actually better than 1.2 into 1.25? I believe it is.
Because the average of this is higher, isn't it? Because the average is out to 1.25, right? Because that goes down by 75, that goes down by 75. You're getting less points on the initial battle, but every battle after that still has the higher amount than this rate. So I think it does come out to be more this way. Pretty sure it is. Unless I'm doing math incorrectly. Yeah, we do the 1.15 and the 1.3. But yeah, does anyone know that definitively? If 1.15 into 1.3 is better than 1.2 into 1.25? I believe the 1.15 to 1.3 is better. But not fully certain. Pretty sure it is, though. Anyways, we do that, that, I believe is the order. Yeah, that seems to be the order. Well, let's go do it then. This faction's weird. You have to go all over the place every single time. But it's nice. You get a nice different path. And we'll get the gold down. The other thing, or key. Key's almost not enough damage to kill those, which is a little bit unfortunate. It's bound to happen eventually. And it's easy to just poke them with a little bit of damage. It's not that big a deal to waste like 10 seconds each battle to do that. Or 15 seconds. It adds up, but still, it's not that big a deal. Oh yeah, you can only get Cedric from vault keys. He's one of the best troops actually in the game at the moment. Not because he himself is good, but because of everything that he's used with is really good. It's kind of like Ferris Ra in that regard. Well, really, it's basically just a legendary version of Ferris Ra that's obtained by different means. He's for gold, Ferris Ra's for purple. Like, Ferris Ra, if he didn't have his 150% gold gain, would be a pretty underwhelming troop for the most part. The same thing with Cedric. Cedric would be one of the worst troops in the game, or among them, if it didn't have 100% gold gain. But the 100% gold gain is, of course, the whole value of actually using him. Like, I don't think we've casted them a single time all day, because there's just no point in doing so. That's not why you have him on your team. Though worst comes to worst, he is a summoner. We could use him to go summon fire bombs. If we ever had a really bad delve, we could actually go and try winning out with a bunch of fire bombs. If we're to that point, we're probably losing, but still. We technically could do that. You still haven't found any Cedrics in this delve? You should be pretty common. There's 1.5 treasure rooms. It is possible to go several delves without finding them, but I know you should pop up eventually. It's like a 1 in 4, 1 in 5 chance. Probably a little bit higher. Like this room, there's about a 1 in 4 or 1 in 5 chance. I forget how many treasure rooms there are these days. It's either 4 or 5. And I assume it's about even chance for each. But then you also have the chance of getting it off of one of these 2 rooms. It can sometimes be a treasure room. Let's take him around. It's not enough to kill, but whoa. That down. Oh no! He's death marked. He heard me say earlier that there's not a lot of death mark. So he wanted to make sure he got a bunch of death marks on us. I better not die. I have no way to actually counter death mark. There we go. Other than killing him. And down it goes. Hey, what do we need here? Grab a, what do we want? Grab this one. You're at level 50, no Cedric? Well, that could definitely happen. If you go to like level 100 with no Cedric, that's probably weird. But, yeah, going to 50. It's definitely possible that you don't get him within a few. But you should definitely see him about once every 4 to 5 delves or so, approximately. Oh, that skull was pointless. All he did was transform, so it did no damage. Well, you know, it did damage, but it just transforms right into something that basically gets rid of all the damage. I know. Yeah, you got to kill. That's actually somewhat relevant because now we're not doing pure faction anymore. Or not pure faction. I mean, we're not doing deathless anymore. Whoops. Big whoops, because I think we actually needed that to have enough points. As we're gonna go deathless on the other one. Route doesn't matter. Oh no, route mount is a lot. Well, maybe not a huge amount, but the route you take is important because of multiplier order, particularly during the events, because it affects how many points you end up getting. During the actual, during when you're actually just doing your daily delves, you tend to do it in resource order more than multiplier order, but you still need to take the bigger multipliers first so that you do gain higher resources on them. But basically, you would just save all the treasure rooms for last in that case. Oh no, we don't have greed. Oh, Valraven. Oh, this is delve's going awful. We don't have greed anymore because he got moved. That's another reason why I have it in last. But he got moved, and now we don't have that initial gold gain. Oh, that's bad. This delve's falling apart. I'll throw that down. As long as he doesn't escape, though. As long as we can secure that kill and go from there. Okay, what do we need? Grab that. Get a key down on it. Nice. Should be fine. Get that down again. Really? It just likes to keep killing it out, apparently. Grab another key. Yeah, apparently they have enough damage to start actually killing us. There we go. I was considering putting Greed first because he does have a sprint trait that ends up giving him a lot of mana very quickly. He ends up starting with 7 mana? I believe it's 7 mana. Because it rounds down, not up. So all he has to do is take a single thing and then he gets his movement. Yeah, we could start doing that. I was considering it earlier, I just didn't bother switching it. We should probably switch out the entirety of this team. Thief should go in first slot so that it moves to last. And these two should be switched just to keep Key a little bit safer in case we're up against Skull Spam. Actually, luckily we haven't had a single Skull Spam yet, which is probably why I haven't bothered switching it yet. It is slightly better with Egg Thief, just so we have something that can dodge Skull Spam. It's only 20% chance, but that's better than 0% chance. Guess the battle's initially going to go a little slow. It's because we did lose the Thief. I mean, we did lose Greed. Probably not enough damage. Still throwing it, though. Look at that down. Got Stone Hammer today. Nice. Unfortunately, it's pretty useless, but still always nice to get new things. Yeah, oddly enough, Greed actually is more important on this team than Cedric is. Well, Cedric is really important. I'd rather have the starting gold than have a higher cap gold. Key's almost no damage. I might as well just start getting more gold before we do it. Yeah, only 57. don't believe that's enough to kill. I'm just gonna do this to go get more gold. Yeah, that should be enough. Throw it down. That'll be enough because he kills last lot. Oh, the fact that it died there is actually bad, because now we don't get the kill on it. Or we don't get the extra turn, I mean. And then we take final room, and then we can finally run pure faction. And I need to make sure I do deathless pure faction so we actually gain enough points. Otherwise we won't. What got us down to 200 gold? Because we're not doing a... There's no Cedric around. We only get 600 gold if there is a Cedric battle within the delve. And we only get it after we complete out the Cedric battle. And there was no Cedric battle in this current one. It's not going to happen every single time. It has the tied highest rate of occurring in this faction than any other. But it still doesn't happen every time. Oh no. Actually, if he kills Cedric, it doesn't even matter at this point. That was a little bit weird having egg where it is. What even is our team right now? It's just moving all over the place. That's a lot of positive stats effects. And there we go. Okay, so now we need to go see how many points we need. So we claim these rewards, and now we go do pure faction. And we don't do it here. We leave that there for now. Claim our little bit of loot. And now we go over to the actual faction itself and see how many points we need. And I believe completing this with a pure faction team is a 1 HP bonus. And then that would bring us to... oh, never mind. I need to go do a level 20. Oh, no! Gotta go do a level 20 delve real quick. Let me go do that. And then we should be able to do a 120, right? Wait, why did it only say level 100? No, that means we could do a 110. It just says 100. But yeah, let me go do this faction real quick at level 20. Get our loot here. Let's see, we definitely go for the 1.5 first, then we loop around, go right into that, get our set. Oh, no, there's no Cedric there. I thought there was. Then we loop back to that 1.2 before we grab the other area. Yeah, we do like a little L shape there. Okay, so let's just go clear through this real quick with, not that. Let's see, what's the quickest thing we could do at level 20? The absolute quickest, even quicker than Key. Infernus into like Mercy or something. Infernus, Mercy, actually even Wardbreaker. Actually, how much damage is Wardbreaker? Actually, I think Infernus might actually be slightly better. Infernus, Divine, Ishbala, because we can start it with half mana too, or almost half mana. Diviner, and one other utility troop. What can feed it mana? Because we're doing solo Infernus kill. Oh yeah, Mercy, duh. There we go. What a weird team. But it will get the job done. And we'll set it to, actually that banner's kind of correct already. I'll put the Diviner in front of the Mercy. There we go, we'll roll with that then. Diviner, Infernus, Divine Ishbala, Mercy. What a weird team, but it will get the job done pretty quick. Okay, so let's get rid of this level 20. Just get our free loot real quick. And then we'll go do 120, or 110, I mean. On pure faction. Oh yeah, the final chest is unaffected by the moves you do. Regardless of what order you do, the final chest will always be the same. It's only everything prior to that point that gets affected by the order that you do. But yeah, the final chest will always be the same. If you do every room, it'll be the same. Doesn't matter what order you do them in. Hello, Durade. Welcome. Oh yeah, Rowan would be pretty quick too. But this seems to be working. So no need to switch. Oh, never mind. We can't even switch. We already started. Forgot. It's Stills. We can't switch our team. You need 7 more mythics for completion. Def, Doomclaw, Gargantor, Stonehammer, Warwolf, Garruk, and Zugoff. Which should you forge net first? Zugoff! No, just kidding. Of those, I'd probably go for Def. Def is the only one of those that really has a purpose outside of not being a useless mythic. And that is, he synergizes with a Crimson Bat in order to perpetually always have 2x skull damage. He can also be used as a Def Mark option, as he does technically have one of the best Def Marks in the game. The only thing that outpasses his Def Mark is using Elspeth to instantly kill a Def Knight hero class fully traded is the only Def Mark better than Def. But Def is the best repeatable Def Mark. And next best after that would be Creeping Def. Pretty much everything with the word Def in its name does Def Mark pretty well. Hey, I finally got a Cedric. Nice. I assume you mean the room and not the troop. Based on what you said earlier. Nice, on Delve 60. Yeah, that seems about right. You got it in 1 and 4. Seems about the rate that he'd come in at. About 1 in every 4 delves or so. Ideally more often than that. We actually got him like 3 or 4 times now. Actually got pretty lucky with him. Hey, where's the 1.2? I know there's one here. It's the one all the way to the left. And then we just do those 2 in any order and go from there into the final room. We get Mercy down. Throw another cast down, why not? Furnace him. Wipe out everything dead. Oh, that was easy. Good job, Infernus. Carry us all the way. That is not full mana. And even though he has Submerge, we don't need to deal with it. If we were using Word Breaker, we would. But of course, this bypasses that with how it distributes damage. You'll get back to me. Well, the next one after that would probably be War. Though for the most part, it doesn't really matter. Actually, you might do it based on Kingdom upgrades. Isn't KZL upgradable? I actually forget. But yeah, you'd probably want to keep out for Kingdom upgrades. In theory, you should almost go and even consider not doing Def and do one of the other ones just because they're associated with Kingdoms. The only bad thing about Def is it's not actually associated with the Kingdom. Even though it's the best of the troops of what you mentioned, you might want to consider one of the other ones. I'm not sure. But as far as the actual strength of the troops, Def is best. But you have to keep in mind for Kingdom upgrading purposes that any of the other ones might be better, simply because they're associated with the Kingdom. Not because you would ever use it. You would never touch any of them. But you might use it for Kingdom purposes. War would definitely be the last one of those, though. Because it's a useless troop, plus it doesn't have a Kingdom. Why are you doing multiple orders on normal delve? Well, right now we're doing a level 20 because I had a level 20 from earlier. In case I was going to camp it, I just designated a level 20 just so that we could get a really free, easy win for some free loot. because it doesn't matter at what level we actually complete it at, we get the same loot. Doesn't matter if we do it at 500 or 20, we get the exact same loot if we complete out every room. Which doesn't make any sense at all, but that is how the game is currently set up. There we go. Grab that. Claim our rewards. And now we can go do 110 at Pure Faction. Okay, so let's go double check our calculation here. So we have 2 attempts. We better get it in one of those 2 attempts. But we have 2 attempts to go and try getting Pure Faction done here. Should be able to. Grab all this. Got some bunnies and a bunch of copies of him. Preferred a lot more bunnies though. Also, wait, how is our only 2 drops? That was kind of weird. But anyways, let's go and double check our calculation here. Let's do some maths. We need 140 points. Doing Pure Faction would give us 20, 10, 110. That'd be 140. Wait, that's exact? Is that really exact? I thought it was 10 over when I did it earlier. Let's see, we'd have 20. We'd have, oh, because there'd be another 20, duh. Because I didn't do Pure Faction for the previous. So we have 20, 20, and then 110. So yeah, we'd have 150 more. So, yeah, we need to go do Pure Faction and the other thing simultaneously. I guess technically we don't have to do Pure Faction. I mean, we do have to do Pure Faction, but we don't have to do Deathless, I mean. We can just wait till another battle and get Deathless done then. And it should be fine. Anyways, let's go do that. Okay, so Pure Faction time. Do 110. Fight, not with that. And go over to Kingdom. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Where'd it go? I keep forgetting. It has the T, which is why I keep forgetting where it is. Okay, so our team is Luna, 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 Luna. No, we'll put a bunny in there. Though we could go for Luna if we really wanted to. That would be pretty funny. But we'll put the bunny there just to cover a bit more. Banner's already correct. And yeah, let's go with this. Hopefully it'll win. Every yellow we take gets a bunch of explosions. And that's going to be the main thing we'll be doing. And the bunny creates more yellow for us. And gives a random charm, which will do a decent amount of damage to them. Since they have high stats. Okay, so I guess we just rush right towards the end. I don't think I'm going to bother doing every room. Just to make sure that we try doing Deathless. And also just to make sure it's easier and reduces our chance of losing. So with that being said, that probably means we go 1, 3, 4, 3 there. Unfortunately, it has the hardest path to really get there. Or the longest path, I should say. Oh, Goblin team might actually be weaker, oddly enough. Oh, no, but then we have to deal with Spirit Fox. Yeah, we'll take the top path. We'll go there, 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 and then just finish it. We're not going to bother completing out the whole thing. I'm not even going to bother going for that, I don't think. Oh, wait, you can actually gain Greedy at the start of battle, too? Interesting. That would actually be a decent amount of extra damage for our key, too. I didn't even think about that. Starting with Greedy at the start of battle, because I believe that's for allies. It says allies, not for the enemy. Oh, never mind. That's Greedy. I thought that was Merchant. My bad. Yeah, Greedy's not worth it. Never mind. That's useless. But anyways, let's go do Pure Faction now. And it should give us our 1 HP. And then we'll stop doing anything. And this will bring us to level 120 Delve. And then we'll just camp 120 Delve. Oh, wait! You know what? Oh. We actually don't need to camp 120 during this faction event. Because we could actually just go to 110. And then just stay there. Because even though we're moving up in this one, it's not going to be moving forward the other one. Interesting. But we will have to do 120 for the rest of them after this point. Anyways, let's start this. So what is the best one to work on first? You have a bunch of shards, but you don't have, you haven't used any yet. If you don't have Darkstone to 5 stars, Darkstone is the best place to spend your shards. If you do have Darkstone at 5 stars, your best place then would be Whitehelm. I mean, to do, sorry, I'm saying their kingdom and not the thing. All-Seeing Eye would be the best if your Darkstone is is under 5 stars. And the next best would be to do Hall of Guardians, which is associated with Whitehelm. And the next best after that might actually be this faction. Not even because of what it's associated with, which is Pan's Veil, but because this legend actually isn't that bad. It's could potentially be good. It's the first time we're using it so far, but it's definitely not horrible. It's not the greatest of things, but as far as faction legends are concerned, it's pretty good. Oh, it ruined my extra turret with the explosions. Fail. Gotta be careful of that. We do explode 3 times every time we take a yellow, and it's completely random gems. Okay, let's go through a bunch of AoEs. Gotta be careful we don't die, too. Because any def we keep for the rest of the delve. Hey, we got a bleed. And we got a bunch of enchants and other stuff. There we go. Yeah, I just got to do that 3 more times, and it's only going to get more difficult from here. We don't have to do it deathless, but obviously we'd want to try to, because if we get a single death, that's going to make it way harder. Oh, he didn't go for a skull for whatever reason. Nice. I stun skin, but I still have to go for him, so he doesn't. Get Bunny back up. And we'll spam these 2 and hopefully get something good. Take a free turn first. Got some poisons. Got some... Hey! We got blessed! Blessed for everything. Well, the only thing that's really going to do is give us immune to burn. But, hey, we got immune to burn. Second we take a skull, it's going to undo it, though. Or if we cast our ability, it's also going to undo it. Unless we get blessed again. Nice, nice. Don't have a drop for that. We'll stick a skull. Get another hit for an AoE, go from there. Grab our greens. Grab a yellow there. Oh, that is so close to death. And we're barely even halfway there. Oh no, submerge! We're gonna die because he has submerge. We're actually gonna die because of submerge. Okay, good. Oh! We got cursed! Hey! The first instance we actually got to use curse for what it's used for. Curse, of course, one really interesting thing about curse is not only does it overwrite the fact he has impervious, but it also undoes any stats effects he has. So not only can we place any stats effect on him, even though he is impervious, but it also undoes every stats effect he currently has, which was Submerge, which was actually preventing us from doing that. Anyway, and as you can see, he's impervious, but we have Bleed on him. So hey, we actually got to use Curse pretty effectively there. That's really lucky we just got that. Very, very lucky. Oh, that's unlucky. Whoops. Our luck ran out. Well, good thing we have 2 battles left. That'd be sad if we actually can't pure faction with this. We should be able to, but... Oh no, it's a lot more rooms than you normally have to do. Like, normally we'd be going right into the boss room right now, but we still have another 2 rooms then the boss room. I don't know, maybe we'll need to diversify the team a little bit more and not spam her. I kind of want to spam her because of the mana accumulation, but I don't know, we're not really feeding into much. I think 2 of her would be fine, and then maybe like one other thing. Maybe put the tankier one up front, the one that has 25% score reduction and 20% dodge. But hopefully we'll be able to get it done with this battle. Hey, we got silence, nice. Oh, and web. Well, that's a little overkill. Web doesn't really do anything if they're silenced. I'm actually gonna take this instead of skull. Ooh, okay, maybe we should have taken Skull. I'll throw another AoE down. Before I do, let me go grab his mana. It leaks into her as well. Grab one of this, and that should hopefully be full. Nice. And it was kill it with that. Two more battles. Any good teams for the Warren's Delve? Yes, you can run Key Team. You can also run Divine teams. But Key Team is probably the best way to go. And if you need cheap stuff, you can run Cockatrice, Dragonian Monk into Apothecary. And then run either Bullet or something else as your damage source. Something with instant kill. But best two options is Skeleton Key Team, the standard team for it. The Greed, or the Cedric Egg Thief. Skeleton Key is Titan or Thief. And Greed. And the other alternative is to build some kind of Divine team. Those are probably the best two. Also, you can build a Devour team out of the new Mythic that came out. Or, you know, the most recent one. That would also work pretty well. Too bad we can't get Blessed. If we do randomly get Blessed onto our team, that would allow us to cleanse that off. Better not die off of that. Probably will. Find out in a couple turns. So far, so good, though. I don't have any drop for that. We will take another green, though. Nice. Ah, it's death marked again. Please don't get killed. Nice. So far, so good. Please get blessed. Nope. Enchanted. Do we skull or do we try for blessed? I think I skull, because at this rate we're going to die to skulls too if we don't. Not careful. Do we do this? There's almost no yellows on the board right now. But there's not much else to do, so I guess we'll go for it. Grab some yellows. Nice little skull in there. Good she didn't die. What else? What else? Grab a brown to blue. And stick some brown. Wait, when did we get blessed? Okay, apparently she did bless us. Nice. Grab another one. Do it down again. Take a yellow and I get a bunch of explosion. Don't die, we need you. Don't do it. Oh wait, why didn't I take it the other way? No, he might kill us now. Oh wait, never mind, we can win off AoE. There we go. Now we just need to win the final battle with what we have. Which we should be able to do. It's gonna be a weird battle. Though if he moves our Luna's locations, it's actually going to help us, because it'll help distribute our damage evenly between everything we have. But if we do this, we get 1 extra HP for every battle we ever do. Actually, we might need to do Pure Faction once, but after that, we'll have enough. I mean, not Pure Faction. I mean, we have to do Deathless, I believe, once after this, but it should be fine. It's going to be pretty easy to do. Okay, we got Disease on them. That's actually pretty good because that halves their mana. Not as good as the Silence, but it still gets a lot of work on them. So he just created yellow. That's good because now we just create yellow and get an extra turn. A free skull. Get a free explosion everywhere. More mana for him. Okay, we easily won this. There's almost no way we could possibly lose at this point. We'd have to get absurdly bad luck at this point to lose. And never underestimate bad luck. Oh yeah, jailed us. Never underestimate bad luck. Well, we got Blessed. That'll help protect us against her stats effects if she does any. Yellow Surge, probably the way to go here. We'll do that. Get a bunch of explosions. Nice extra turn, and we won. Easy win. Dead. Oddly enough, the hardest battle of the Delve is basically became the easiest one that time around. That was an easy cakewalk. Oh yeah, you are right. You do get 3 arcanes here, or 4 if you end up getting the slightly higher. But anyways, claim all that loot. It's not too much, but there we go. The main thing that it gives us is 130 more renown, which means we only need 10 more renown. And the only thing we need to go do to do this is win 1 more delve without dying. So let's go do that. Gotta go win 1 delve without dying. So let's go do the normal event, and that'll be that. Go get our mail, claim all that. Here we go. Games, normal event, fight, And now we just have to complete this. Oh, wait. Do we complete this delve? Yes, we should. Because we're still going to be up to 120 regardless. Because if I check this, yes, we have to do 120. So us moving the other thing to 120 is fine. Because we're already going to have to do 120. Because with how this is now, we're going to be having to keep repeat it later on. So it's actually fine if we move forward on this then. As long as we make sure we do not win on 120 once we get there. We just do every room except for the boss. And then leave right before the boss. Anyways, yeah, we can go do this to full completion. So let's go do that. Let's go move our team back to normal. Move Egg Thief there. Let's actually move Greed up there just so that it moves into normal location after the fact. So do it like that. And there we go. Okay. So what order do we do here? 1.3, 1.15, 1.25, 1.2, right? Yep. 1.15, oh, you finally got a 1.3 in there. So it's definitely better to go to the bottom half because we can double 1.3. Then take the treasure room, then go do all the other scraps. Are all these low? No, we did the 1.2 and the 1.25 before then. That's weird. We go all the way over here, then we go all the way over there, and then we go to the middle. Right? Yeah, that's the way you do it. Sounds good. Okay, let's do that then. Fight. Fight again. Everything's in order. Now we just need to make sure we don't die. And then we get 1 extra HP. Which might not seem like a lot, but that's 1 HP literally everywhere. Surprised we still have enough damage to kill our first battle. Even though it's higher level build. But I'm pretty sure tier 3 will have enough stats to outlive us. So we'll go down here. Yeah, the Tricksters are a little bit annoying. It depends what team you're using. Oddly enough, Key Team, one really nice benefit of Key Team is it's almost completely unaffected by that movement. It really doesn't matter too much if Cedric is in first or Greed is in first. It's pretty much the same thing. Ideally, it's slightly better having Cedric in first, but I don't know. Greed in first actually is tankier, if nothing else. Since you can constantly keep gaining HP whenever you need it. So given that he's currently there is actually going to be helpful. So we might not die as easily. Because I do need to make sure we live. That's the only way we get that renown is if we end up completing it and live. I'll grab that, grab that. Get a gold down. Grab a bunch of browns. Not enough to kill, but I'm not expecting it to. Not sure why he didn't go for the extra turn. Oh, same reason I didn't go for it. Okay, we'll go for that. That's a kill range. Oh, that guy's gonna be annoying. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna deliberately not kill him here. Hold up. Your HP is way too low. Oh wait, maybe we do try killing it. Hold up. Greed could die here. Let's do that. There we go. Okay. Get that down. I'm gonna key at him. Oh, I should have threw Greed. No! Wait, actually that doesn't matter. We actually don't need pure faction to get that last points. Right? I think. Pretty sure we just need to complete out this delve to actually get it. Regardless of if we go Deathless or not. That's a fail though. And now again we're stuck without the extra gold at the beginning. And we're not even halfway done. We're back in the same situation as earlier. This isn't the first time it happened too. We had that same problem earlier. The skulls come out of nowhere. Though that we could have easily have lived out of. I just forgot to use a Greed again. Get that last bit of HP to outlive his skull hit. Now we're going to have to cast Egg Thief a lot of times needlessly at these beginning of battles. So that we gain enough damage to two-shot it properly. I'll take all those purples there. Take a skull, grab that. Put yourself a Greed in there. It's just sort of key. Enough to kill. Why must you live a 3? We should probably go switch to Thief. It'd actually be more effective than using Titan right now. Actually, we can switch for free too, can't we? Pretty sure the 24-hour timer thingy's up. Plus, we could go get Thief to max. I still haven't maxed it yet. I think it's at like 95 or something. Team you're using for Delve event? The one we're using right now is the one we're using for Delve event. We're literally doing Delves right now. It's just key team. Key team is what you use. It's Cedric. Oh wait, what order did we do here? Oh yeah, we take these two first. I forgot. It's a really weird order, but it's Cedric, Egg Thief, Skeleton Key as Titan or Thief, and Greed. And the Greed Cedric order doesn't really matter too much. It's going to get moved anyways due to the first and final battle. So regardless which way you put it, it's pretty much going to get moved. I could have taken those Browns. Oh, he could have too. No one wants to take the Browns. Straight went down again for a second. Just loves getting those kills on those. Aww. Oh, Baby Dragon is enough damage. There we go. And we got Rainbow Snake. Ah, good old Rainbow Snake. I wish it was actually viable. Okay, take this battle. Take the middle battle. Take the other one top right. Finish out the delve. And that should be 1 extra HP. Then we get to see what stat comes after. I would assume attack. It's either going to be another armor or attack. I highly doubt it's going to be magic next. Though if it is, that's going to be huge, an extra magic stat. It's probably going to be attack, though. If I had to guess, it's attack or armor. Most likely attack. So maybe we'll do armor then attack. We'll find out in a moment. We finish out winning this. Someone probably already knows in chat. Anyone who has 12,000 renown or higher would know. There should be quite a bit of people. Is there any point in trading in the chalices and stuff in order to increase the loot? And should you be beating every battle in the delves or just go straight to the boss room? You should be doing every single battle. And yes, you should be trying to get every single faction that immediately comes out into the game to a level 100 Horde. Definitely to quality 10, but ideally to level 100 Horde. You shouldn't be going any further than that, though. Anything further than that does not give you anything, really. It just gives you some stats, but it doesn't give you renown, and it doesn't give you any higher quality, which is what the loot is based on. Okay, we got this way and the other one. Take the treasure room. Slightly less gold overall, but we get better multiplier. Makes such a trivial amount of point difference, but you never know. If it ends up making it so it saves us 400 gems and not needing to buy another pack, it's definitely worth it. Doing it that way, over a little bit of gold. But of course, when it's not the event, we'd probably do it for gold order and not be as paranoid about multiplier order. We'd still go for like the beefier multipliers first, but we would care more about optimizing the gold rate than the anything else. We actually got Quaidle to do something useful. Too bad it's frozen. Otherwise, it would still be our turn. Oh no, Quaidle! Come back! Rainbow Snake! there we go. Final battle time. Oh, never mind. Whoops. One out of the battle. Then final battle time. And then we'll have our extra HP, and then we'll be done. So if anyone still has any other questions, let me know. Because the battle after this battle is going to be the last battle of the stream. And we'll get 1 HP off of that, and then we'll finish out more delves later. Later tonight, tomorrow, all that good stuff. And I will be streaming tomorrow morning, most likely. Same time as always, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll pretty much be doing the same thing as today, just for a shorter duration of time. We'll still be around for at least 2-3 hours or so, just messing around with finishing out this faction. Mainly getting all loot rewards. Assuming we even have enough sigils to do so. And we are going to be camping level 110. We're not going any higher than 110. And that's mainly so we can keep getting loot off of something every single day. Because lately, for the last several weeks, we haven't had anything to do with delves. Okay, grab a skull, grab our yellow, grab purple, grab a key. Oh, forgot to take blue, fail. On the most important battle. Forgetting all the good moves. Take a round. Yeah, I think we're gonna switch into Thief later. We need to get it leveled anyways. And even if it wasn't for that, it'd be stronger. Especially once we finally get Thief maxed. Thief's actually insanely good compared to Titan in this particular team. Mainly because once we get it maxed, 7% instant kill is super strong in delves. Free kill out of nowhere. Of course, it's very rare, but even if it only happens once or twice per delve, that's once or twice per delve. These are some kills that we wouldn't have had if we were using Titan. Plus, since there's higher stats here, it would make it easier for us to extra turn spam into lowering them into kill range with key, so that we actually get extra turn. Really, you would kill it right at the end. It doesn't matter at all, but there we go. Again, that should be it. That should be all the faction renown we need to go get the extra HP. Let's go claim this. Do that. Oh, wait. We didn't gain any? Oh, no. Really? I forgot about that. Okay, well, we'll do that later tonight then. We actually have to... I forgot, because we already did that one. So yeah, now we camp level 120. That's normal. That's expected. But one thing I forgot is we already did the points for that 110 one. So the only way that we can go get the last of the renown we need is we have to go use our one last battle we have and go win this or this. Yeah, I guess this on 2 times. And make sure not to... Oh, no, never mind. We'd have to do this on 1 times, or even the other one. I guess we could just lower it down to level 100, just to make it super easy. We'd get slightly less loot. But, yeah, I think we do level 100, and just complete it out without dying at all. Even if we have to go use a Gorgolfo team, I think we just go use a ridiculously safe team, and then that will give us the last of what we need. But yeah, we'll do that later tonight. But before we go, let's go open our shards that we have. And there we go. Nice. Not too much, though. But, yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll do it later tonight, though. But, yeah, once we do that, we'll have ourselves 1 extra HP. Because we are literally just 10 points away from getting that last HP. And all we need is Pure Faction for... I mean, I keep saying Pure Faction. All we need is Deathless for it. And that will give it to us. And then we'll have all 3 of them at 110. And then we just keep camping level 120 without actually completing it. And just keep getting loot off of that into the near future. But anyways, that's the game plan. Thank you all so much for coming down. If you still have any other questions, feel free to leave it on any of the videos. We went over teams and stuff earlier on in this stream. I'll probably be doing a video on it too. That probably won't be till later tomorrow at some point though. Let's have time later today, but we'll see. But yeah, best of luck with the new faction. We'll be doing it more later tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in about 7 hours from now. And of course, we'll be streaming it tomorrow like we did today for about the same amount of time or a little bit less. So Titan's not needed in this stealth. No, you can easily use Thief. It's Thief or Titan. Thief could theoretically be better, assuming you have it leveled. But if your Titan's fully maxed and your Thief's like only level 40, I would definitely say just go do Titan instead. But yeah, assuming your Thief is near maxed or maxed, Thief would be better than Titan. But yeah, I think we're going to go finally max this thing out soon. We need to. The fact that it isn't yet is unfortunate, but where's that? Where's Thief? Alphabetical order, still can't find it. Yeah, it's level 95, so we're right around the corner of getting this thing maxed. Unfortunately, it's right at 95, but still, it's only 5 levels away from max, so gotta work towards that. Anyways, guys, thanks for coming down. Hope you all enjoy your weekend. Hope you all enjoy the holidays and the new year and all that good stuff. Thanks for coming down. Leave a like if you enjoyed the stream. And yeah, we'll be covering more with the Delves very soon, the new faction that just came out. But yeah, best of luck with everything, and I'll see y'all later. Goodbye, everyone.